Alright, we're live again for a part 4. Ha ha! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever peck in time, as long as it is acceptable for you to be awake and you haven't got a pressing matter in your time zone, in which case go do that. But hello and welcome! Welcome to another part of the Secrets of Bonesbridge. As you will already know because you have been following along, I am V Wild, your still humble, if slightly menaceability DM, the V Wild. Yippee!
Passed slightly a bit ago.
Alright, shall we? Let's go from top to bottom. Quick, honestly, at this point, we know who everyone is, so just like speed run yourselves. I tip you guys out. Top of the order to bottom, go!
Hi, here giving the quips and the commentary. I am Spec playing Queen.
Woo!
Hi there, I'm Blaze, and I'm playing Speaker. Let's go.
The mobile edition of Speaker. Sorry. Hi, I'm Wiz. I'm playing Rye. I also sound like I ate sandpaper, don't mind me.
Was it delicious?
Absolutely spectacular, yes.
Perfect then.
Hi, I'm Vamp. I shall be playing Ari Haldane.
Hooray! Alright, we have our cast. We have our place of Bonesbridge, where, well, one of the most important rules, as so said by the great Elstrix, is to make sure a party stays all together when they come to our island. We failed that on day 1.
Hi.
2 hours later. Well, there goes those two.
Which I got to admit,
Wave.
of all the ways to ruffle some feathers, punching the sheriff is certainly one of the best ways I can think of.
Hi.
They're ruffled and bloodied.
Exactly!
Give a little wave.
I hold you fast, I give you a waggle, and I absolutely smile at you because genuinely that moment was amazing and I'm going to treasure it forever. And now I put you back down and dust you off. Now, where we last left off was said splitting of the party. Half in jail, with a quarter of that, well, a half of that half, being nice and safe and minding his own business with plans of his own. One of them in the jail cell with another detective who may not be as murderous as we first thought, if anyone actually did believe it. And the other two have been successfully, I guess the best word would be bird-napped, given they are both being taken away to a secondary location by 2 birds.
Yeah.
Oh no, one of them's going on a date.
I know!
And I'm
Which-
sure it's fine. I'm sure nothing untoward will happen.
Indeed.
Nothing.
Surely.
Nothing at all.
Surely nothing at all. It's beautiful. These things, they happen.
Nothing
You just-
ever happens in Bonesbridge.
Exactly. It's a paradise, as anyone and everyone here will tell you. Now,
Totally.
I think where we're going to start zooming in is we're going to spiral down onto Airy and Speaker. Of just, you are making your way through town, not downtown. You're walking semi-fast, given that there are 2 birds flapping around you, just because they don't walk. They don't walk. That's one of the things they seem to not like doing. They will land, but given a, shall I walk somewhere or shall I fly? They're not even making the choice. They're just doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, first of all, how are you both this fine evening, which has taken this turn?
The screaming's internal. Don't worry about it.
The screaming.
Eri was screaming internally. He's calmed down a little by now. As like they laugh.
It it was truly horrific hearing someone you care about scream and seeing a giant bird on them and blood. Not a fun time.
Yep.
On the plus side, though, the walk is starting to come back to being pleasant, yeah, as you journey not through the woods as you came in the first place, but it's like from the warden post, there is just a nice clear path into the village. You don't have to keep eating shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's
Spica
nice.
was never. Oop, sorry, go ahead, Van.
So I'm just like, yeah, it's a nice walk. It's beside himself. Eri is calming down.
And it probably does help that for all everything just happened like 4 minutes ago. These two birds are just striking up random, like, friendly conversation at this point. It's just, like, literally, you would be. It's kind of unnerving to you, perhaps, Speaker, in just how quickly they've gone from, yeah, all of that happened to, oh, hey, those flowers are in season. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, hey, they finally painted that fence. Oh, that's wonderful. Yay!
Oh, it's probably. I don't know if it's unnerving as it should be. It's just like confirmation because it's like before when it's like Nora, focus, please. It's just like, yeah, this is all. It's like, yeah, of course they're fine. Back to normal conversations. I'm just gonna. She's outward. She's just like, yes, this is normal day, normal chill time. Everything's fine. Everything's dandy. I am not going to yeet myself into the ocean just yet. We are not near the ocean, so that's not exactly a temptation right now. We're fine.
Yeah, you are going inland. You'll eventually
Yep.
go back up closer to where there is water. Please don't jump off these cliffs.
Yeah, that's the other thing that's helping with her not yeet herself because it's like, you know what? That looks like it'd suck.
It
Never
would.
mind.
It'd suck so bad. It'd suck so bad.
Yeah. Like
But
sometimes when you're a toon, you just need to be overly dramatic and be like, I need to yeet myself into the ocean. Wait, no, that sounds like it would be no, I don't want to make it sound like I want to end myself. I just want
Yeah.
water. I just
You
want
just-
the wet.
you just want the wet. You just
Yep.
want the wets.
The wets.
The wets, not the dries. The wets.
Exactly. And all
But
this insanity.
indeed. But as you guys are just going along, these two are just like over your heads. Roll me, both of you, roll me perception as a treat.
Oh boy. Give me 1 second. What's your perception again? You have proficiency? You do, yes. 23.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Well,
Yeah,
you're gonna
yep,
hear
there we go.
things. 18. Nice.
Not too bad.
So I'm gonna level with you that the two birds, they are talking to you both in just drawing you into idle conversation. But as you guys go through the village, eventually it's just like a few different villagers seem to like grab their attention at little points. You both noticed none of these villagers, like every last one of them has the animation where their eyes are like closed or downcast. It does just strike you as okay, unique stylistic choice, but very well. And then they're just like, but they do talk. And then after a bit, as the villagers are, they're even calling out to both of you in just little like pleasantries before they get back on with their work. They don't come over. It is just very stock. Hi, how you doing? And then immediately back to work. Not even waiting for a response. Meanwhile, the two birds that are like around you, eventually they just start going up. And Speaker, you can tell they're talking. You're mainly focused on what's around you and below. Eri, you do pick up a little bit of just like, yeah, I'm gonna tell him about this, okay? We don't have to go into all the details. Well, you asked for a favor from me, and you said you'd do something nice. Yeah, I'd make you something. I want something a little more than that. Look, I'm older than you, so I get to, and I'm better than you.
Burn!
And these two actually start circling slightly higher than you both. Like they'd already been a bit higher. They kind of start looking as though they're gonna get into a squabble just by how much they're just like, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? It's so petty. It's so petty looking.
Aries was internally, is this the fabled MLM WLW violence Leonardo told me about?
Could be. It could be.
God. I'd call them siblings if not for the fact that they're totally different birds, and that's, well, I mean, weirder shit has happened.
Adopted siblings.
There we go.
They could be. They could be. And you do see this, like, he's still bloodied. He didn't bother to fix his face. He did remember to get his hat. But he's just like looking at Eleanor, and she's just looking back so smugly. And then they kind of both go, wait, if we're up here, who's watching them? And they both look down at you both again. And then it's just like, Eleanor does just like swoop down a bit more to be between you both, still flying, and then just goes, so, just wanted to check in. Do we want to go straight? I did promise to go to my place, and I am keeping that very much open. But if we do need to stop by the estate to help you guys get ready, or, you know, all those sorts of things, you can do that if you'd prefer. I mean, I know which one I'd prefer for you both, but...
Harry kind of looks at Spica, since like it's very obvious what Lenore is like inviting here.
Spica still looks at Ari though, because it's just like, I don't know, just to see if he has any lean either way preference.
He kind of clears his throat softly and goes, I wouldn't mind going to the estate first, yes. I'd like to check in with Portraiture. And besides which, he trails off here, but you can practically hear the look. He can't say it without being impolite, but Ari is also not that interested in being a third wheel this entire. Like, if like Spica and Eleanor wants to go to their place like together, like he can just take a nap or something at this stage.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's...
That's... Oh, right?
No, you go. I'm dying.
No, that's fair. Spica was just gonna go, oh, well, that's fine with me. I mean, good things come to those who wait and all that. Is that not how it goes?
One of my favorite sayings. And just, she does go to say something else, and then all of a sudden it's just Heron gives a really loud, forced cough. Just like, right. Thank you for everything, Sheriff. Let's go.
Scares me so much. I just think it's like, is your friend all right? He's had a bit of a cough he didn't have before.
It's fine. He gets like this sometimes, allergies, don't you? Maybe you're going to want to sit this out as well. You know, for once we're in agreement.
Spica silently to herself, oh no, we got rid of one of them. Darn.
And he does just like straighten and go, I will help escort you guys to the estate. I got business I need to do over there. And then I'll go back to my place. Away from. Well, you guys are going to make pleasant memories. Come on, let's go. And so you guys just carry on forward. Let's see. At this point, it might be a good idea to pop over to the other two and then pop back over here when you guys are at the estate briefly. We will get to have a little bit of time of just like, hey, what have the birds at the estate been doing? Who knows?
Yep, yep.
But-
I'm good with that. This also lets me
Yeah.
finish cooking, so it's I have
Hell
something
yeah.
in the walk that I had to like append.
Oh no, you abandoned the wok!
I did.
No!
It's okay.
will
The,
we do?
the sardines can wait a little bit.
Listen, it might be a little fishy of me to say it, but it's all going to pan out in the end.
Lol.
God damn it! Go to like.
Think about what you've done.
I do this. I do this. You guys, the reason we are here is I made an entire game solely around making puns. So, yeah, you knew what you were
Yeah.
signing up for, motherfuckers.
We did.
All right.
Now look,
Yes.
now let's just pan over to the others.
I
Yes,
hate you all.
you love us. All right.
I
Aw.
do.
What
All
makes
right.
you say that?
Indeed. All right. And as we zoom in, we're going to zoom into the place as a whole and then spiral in our focus directly into a jail cell of rather stone and abandoned ways. Where, Quinn, you are in there. How you doing right now, buddy, around the blood loss?
Doing great. He's having a wonderful time. It's like the best day ever of his whole life. Actually, it's a great day.
It's a great day!
It's the best.
Oh my god, the repression. But on the plus side, you have at least got company. I mean,
do.
he's not the best company right now, seeing as he's incredibly quiet and downcast and covered in ink.
Could be
But
worse.
hey, indeed, could be worse. And hey, at least you guys have a medical kit for his injuries, if he'll let you, and your own injuries of the rather nasty talon marks to the back and shoulder.
Fine. He's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember, kids, if we say it enough times, it becomes true.
You keep telling
Hey,
yourself that.
Another detective can tell you that does not work and does make you simply therapy. But go off.
This isn't the fake it till you make it that you want.
No. This is the one that gets you forcibly therapied by magic.
Well, he already did that, so he's safe.
From
We can
that
do it
kind.
again.
Yeah, we could do it again.
But
Anyways.
indeed, on the plus side, for all he's very withdrawn. There is very much, he'd passed the medical kit over to you, but had taken out a roll of bandages to, like, pack your wound if you are comfortable with it. Because he also kind of gets, well, he knows he's a murderer. Probably not the person you want doing first aid.
Wait, see, Quinn's not gonna let that happen because Quinn's too focused on trying to fix his injuries.
Bless. If
Oh my
I
God.
recall
They're
correctly,
idiots.
Yep.
if I recall correctly, the situation is that Quinn has free roam of the cell, but his hands are handcuffed together. But Morrow has full mobility except for the shackle keeping him in the back corner of the cell. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna let them chat for a sec. See if they have a conversation.
Well, let's see if these two people who are totally proven to be really good at talking.
Yep. I think for like the first 3 minutes, it's like a straight up standoff of quiet. I'm not gonna
It probably
lie.
is.
It's just straight up. He's not making eye contact, but he's got the roll of bandages that he's carefully holding so he doesn't get too much ink on them. And then he's just kind of like looking at your shoulder and waiting.
Meanwhile, Quinn's like looking at him and waiting.
I think in the end, after like 3.5 minutes of complete silence, eventually Morrow is just gonna like pipe up with just a you need to get that treated.
This, and Quinn kind of makes like a little wave with his two hands that are handcuffed together.
Yeah, they did not take those off.
It's fine. I've been in worse pickles than this. Don't you worry.
That is. He kind of like blinks a few times and then just like half points at you without like fully pointing, and he goes, I am both surprised and unsurprised, given I used to be out there, but you, by what I can tell, got hit by the male officer. Seeing
yes,
as
that pitch.
bold word.
Bold, underlined, and italicized, I'm sure.
And he just
Baby Toon detective now faced with baby real kind detective. Oh dear.
and he does just like goes, but with that in mind, she can go incredibly fast. I can't reset any bones, but
Like I said, I'll be fine.
you
Just a bit of healing magic will take care of it later on.
right,
You've had longer time for your wounds to get affected.
they're they're yours is the bigger priority. Mine are you
We're not
don't
gonna just do.
healing magic is not something many people have.
Oh, I'm.
Hmm?
That's not going to be a problem. I assure you. Quinn, a paladin.
He kind of like goes to say something again, pauses, goes to say something again, and then just like slightly prayer hands his. Just goes, oh, pixie cookie. All right.
Like I said, I know it will work on me, so I'd much rather treat you the old-fashioned way.
All right.
Quinn giving like that little nervous smile.
He kind of prayer hands his again and just goes, okay. Tell you what. I pack your wound. You deal with one of the wounds. I'm hardy. It's fine.
Marty, so feel free to use that excuse. Quinn raises an eyebrow. We're both detectives. We're both gonna be stubborn about this. And I promise you, you are not more stubborn than some of the people I have to deal with back home.
If the reports are to be believed, sure. I'd forgotten if... Alright. Fine. And he just kind of like...
I need to roll a deception. Quinn doesn't know about those.
Cool. Let me grab your goddamn insight, my beloved Bean. What was your insight again? Okay, decent. Alright. Give me my rolls. Give me my rolls. Give me my rolls. Okay. Alright. Yeah, no, he can't beat that.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. He did his best. He got above half of what your score is.
Oh, I'm so sorry that my son is my son.
I love your son.
I'm glad someone does.
Lots of people do.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's surrounded by love. But go on.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by love, meanwhile I'm stabbing him in the back.
Indeed.
Anyway.
Now, speaking of said situation, he does let you come closer at this point, mainly so it's like the standoff is over and he can get at your shoulder. That is mostly why he was willing to stand down in the end. He's tired, he's in pain, but he's getting what he wants.
And Quinn is a stubborn motherfucker who is too.
Indeed. Roll me a medicine while you're doing this, as a treat.
Oh god, that's I don't think that's yet no, that's no.
All right. So, the first thing that you can tell is just like, yeah, okay, they really just threw him in here. Yikes. And they clearly did not do it gentle. Similar to what they did to you, they weren't gentle with this guy as they brought him in. You do note it's somewhat awkward. I gotta imagine the shuffle because he is a semi-tall, well, he's 4'8", which for a toon is impressive. For you, not so much. But he is wide and built a bit like a brick shit house. So, and you can see, okay, there are like marks to his arms, like the outside of his arms. There are marks on his hands, which are covered in ink, including under the claws, but there are scratches on the paw pads which are able to be treated easily.
Mhm.
You do see, like, those marks on the outside of the arm. And when you can finally get him to turn around, mainly as he's just like trying to do something on you, it might have to be you win some, you lose some, you let him do a bit more bandaging just so you can get over him a bit to get to the back.
Stubborn little.
But you do see, like, he was wearing just a nightshirt when all of this went off.
Yeah.
And so you do see these marks on his back that look similar in some ways to what you think your own injury looks like, but not quite. It doesn't look to be the same talon formation as your one. Slightly less powerful muscles on it. And it's not great, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's not as many as you'd perhaps fear. And it doesn't seem as though he's got an extreme amount of other injuries. He looks surprisingly healthy, honestly. Like, a bit dry fur, a bit one of those, we want to get you somewhere a bit better, buddy. But he doesn't look incredibly mistreated.
I'm still going to use 25 points of lay on hands on him.
Oh my god. Beautiful. Beautiful. What does lay on hands look like from Quinn?
His hands like glow with this like neon toxic green.
Cool. Where would he be using this on Morrow, by the way, out of curiosity? Like,
He would most likely start by like with Moro's hands and then kind of move to his back. And kind of just get like the major stuff and then slowly focus on any of the smaller things until he runs out of any healing magic.
cool. Cool. Didn't think we'd
how many
get to that
times
bit quickly.
I-
All right.
I didn't like how many times he said cool.
All right. Can you do me a quick favor? Because I didn't realize we were going to go super quick to the magics. I need you to make me what would it be? Con or wisdom? Con or wisdom?
He's stupid. Have we not established yet he is stupid? He was
Okay.
gonna try using magic in the cell. He was already curious to
Okay.
see how badly
Right.
it would backfire.
I'm going to say roll me a con at disadvantage given the sheer fact of you are injured. You are in a cell specifically of interesting note. You did not think this through, my darling boy.
This is an 11.
Okay? And the second thing I'm going to need you to do is an athletics.
Does that just as well, or
Let's just go straight for this one.
that's a 22?
Okay, let me just double check that specific one. So you had.
I'm so sorry to everyone who has to. I have to remind.
Okay, so meets it on that bit. Beautiful. Okay, so Quinn, it's not full magic. It's not the same as casting. It is akin to it in quite a few ways. So you do get this feeling in your head, and it's just so fuzzy for a moment. Because, like, this is magic, you know. It's familiar, it's normal. But it's from somewhere else, and that somewhere else is so far away right now. And halfway through this, you kind of half forget what you're doing. It's
Ooh. Ah.
it's you were doing something. You were helping, healing. Right, that's something you do with bandages and ointments and those sorts of things. And as you are doing so, you have got that green light. There is a badger arm that swings around you and then shoves you away from him. As there is the thud of his back hitting the wall again. And you kind of come back to yourself with that loud, piercing noise that you have heard a few times now just ringing out. You only do half the lay on hands that you thought you did.
Quinn kind of like hisses a bit, but he does manage to stick his landing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad he's at least keeping cool points. I'm glad he's at least keeping. He may be stupid, but he has cool points. He may be stupid, but he has cool points.
He does!
Uh,
And hey, you do manage to stick your landing, as you said. You don't go cracking into the bed, which would have been a very no cool points. But as you do look up, there is Morrow who is just pressed his back to the wall and has got his arms up over his face. Just the outside of the arms to you, as he has just thrown them up and is curled in on himself more.
Detective Morrow.
Where is... Hey.
Take that
And
slow
he...
breath.
Sorry, you say that again?
Quinn said take in slow breath.
Mm-hmm. It takes him a painfully long moment, but he does do so. His ears are pressed down to his head. He is curled up quite tightly, but you do just hear him start to take them as best as he can.
I want you to focus on the sound of my voice, okay?
Okay.
We're going to focus on one thing at a time, all right? We're going to focus at first on the sound of my voice. Once you have that locked down, I want you just to focus on the touch of the floor beneath you, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel the floor beneath you?
It's
You don't
cold.
have to move. It is cold. But what is it made of?
It's made from the stone of the cliffs. It, from what I've been able to deduce in the past, is probably exposed from further down, what's the word? Geologically, where
There we
they've
go.
removed the dirt that has formed over time, as that forms at about was it a centimeter or a millimeter every 100 years? I think it's or was it 10? I have a book on this jacket.
Do you like reading?
Yeah. Yeah. My someone who was important to me before used to say I was voracious when it came to reading. She'd get me a lot of books. Was sharp mind.
I know people like that too. You know, after this, maybe I could show you some books I read. How's that sound?
I'd like the sound of that.
Well, that's great. We need more people who like Hilarious. I can't say it with 1 second. I got so excited over being able to make this reference that I can't pronounce the word. Hillary King over Sholmes.
He kind of like, his ears do just like flick up and he goes, I don't think I've heard of that series before.
Exactly, that's the problem. Which is exactly why I'm going to be introducing you to those books. Now, and Quinn kind of does like a little stretch.
I think that sounds like where a companionable kind of silence moment might be, which is exactly where Rye is going to interject in.
Yes! My boy, please! Save Quinn from themselves!
There's just going to be this voice from the, like, where the bars are, just a, so, what are you in for?
Quinn like jumps slightly.
Rye's just leaning there, beside the, like, where the door half is, leaning against the brick, just looking at the two of you.
Oh my god.
Quinn takes it in a slow breath. He can't say that about Leo's cousin. He can't say that about Leo's cousin. He can't say that about Leo's cousin.
Lol. Are you having a good time?
No, I'm having a splendid time. How about you, Rye? You know. See anything nice out there? Wonderful sights?
So far, no, it's all pecking awful.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed.
Ah, I thought you were more observant than
Yeah.
that, Quinn.
Oh, Quinn takes in another deep breath.
Rye is just doing that grin that, yes, I know exactly what I'm doing kind of grin. How are you doing? Genuinely. You okay?
Like I said, I'm doing pretty fine. Morrow here helped patch me up. And he kind of motions with his handcuffs. I still find it so funny, the idea of Quinn just like motioning with his two hands together.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, how about we make tracks, huh?
That sounds like a pretty great idea. Any particular plan? Though I would prefer to go in a specific direction.
Well, those birds have taken the other two out over, well, I think, towards the estate, or either that or to the mail house. So, in one of those two directions is either the best idea or the worst idea. I'm not sure which. But they don't know
you
where
can
I
cover.
am at the moment.
I was already planning on heading in one of those directions, whether on my own or because they took me there, so I guess you can take the mail house then.
I mean, we could, but I think it's also better for us to stick together.
Right, we don't really have the numbers to do that right now.
I trust Speaker and Eri to be able to look after themselves for 5 minutes. So,
Yes.
we need to think strategically. There's no way of
But the problem
contacting
is-
each other in this place, and having one of us off alone is not advised.
Yes, right, but we don't know which direction they headed in. You said it yourself. You don't know where they went. So we have no way of knowing for sure. If we send one person each direction, we at least know that each place is getting covered. He kind of
True.
leans against the wall.
That's true. But also, if we both head to the mail house first, we have to walk past it to get to the estate anyway.
That is true.
Now, look, I don't know whether or not my plan to get you out of there is even going to work. And if
You
it
still haven't
does,
shared it.
if it does, I'm also not sure whether or not it's a good idea for you both to get out of here. And he just sort of leans and looks over at Morrow.
When in doubt, you need to get him out first.
And go where?
I don't know, but I'm in here for beating up a bitch. He's in here for a false murder.
Yeah.
One of us has a lot worse of a sentence awaiting us.
Yeah.
There are several bold parts to
I'm sorry, do you not like me cursing? I could stop.
no, that's fine. The person who was important to me before all of this swore I know how to say fuck.
Oh, wonderful.
Wow.
I admit, she did advise. I waited a while on that, but Peck is perfectly normal. Mother Pecker, but mainly I haven't heard people curse the high ones in quite a while.
Oh, you referring to the birds, the bitches, the motherfuckers, the lowly pieces of scum upon this earth, the people who I would gladly put a little food up their ass. I could keep going if you'd like.
Rye's shoulders
how,
are shaking. He's trying not to laugh, but he is greatly amused by this.
He is staring up at you in just the... Like, internally, he's going, oh my god, detectives got bolder while they were out there. But
Okay.
he
I'm
does
just so sorry. Quinn is just an extremely extra stupid one.
Let me just say this. I don't have forever on my pass without trace, okay? If we're going to be going, we don't want to waste time. And also, I don't know how much time we'll get, whether or not, if I open this cell, whether or not the Heron will know about it straight away and come back. So you are the easiest to move. And he's looking at Quinn. Because you're not shackled to the wall. And
Well, then
also,
we just take care of the shackles first.
Quinn, the other thing is that he's more injured than you. And they will
Quinn huffs at that.
track us down one way or the other. So
if I may interject for one moment,
Yes, sorry.
I am not leaving this cell.
What?
You are, I'm not sure how you've come to this deduction, but you seem to
If
be of
you
the belief that
say
I...
what I think you're about to say. This isn't character, by the way.
It's... He straight up, like, holds his hands out where there is still the ink underneath his claws and goes, I did it.
Morrow. Or I'm going to blow your mind right here for about 5 seconds here, and I really don't have the patience for that. But have you ever heard of mind magic, enchantment magic, if you want to get to the more technical terms there? You're a detective. I know you have, but we're just going to pretend you haven't for this small second here. I want you to view this outside of the guilty-ridden case that you're viewing this from, and whatever mind fuckery they've done to you. I want you to look at this from an outside perspective as a detective and tell me if the possibility of mind magic entered this situation, can you trust your own alibi?
I seeing as the ink is on me.
Oh my god.
Quinn, he's not
Sorry,
going
you
to
want to
be.
sit on my stars. But
he's,
yeah, continue.
he's not going to be able to be convinced if mind magic is on play, right? That's part of what makes it so insidious.
No, you can work around it.
Yeah, I know you can.
You can.
But Quinn, listen. I know you feel very strongly about this, but it may be safer in the short term for him to stay here, and then we can get him out once we've figured this out, okay? I know you're upset. I am so angry as well, but I need you to just think, okay? I know you don't think this is right.
I am thinking.
Yeah, but you're not thinking of it in any capacity apart from how unjust this is. And trust me, I believe you. I agree. But if he's not willing, it's not going to help him to get him out of this cell. What will help him is us get to the bottom of this, find Pippin, and then we can have clerics undo the modified memory.
Okay.
I know people who can do that.
I said okay. Right.
Okay. All right.
Let's just go.
Cool. Let me just roll a hammer space real quick. Stay on the desk, please. 7. Perfect.
Hey, beautiful.
I'm
When-
gonna roll something else in the background.
Could you also roll me either Arcana or Insight?
Sure. Touching goes is higher. They're the exact same. Also, Rye, if you want to roll an insight, that's a 26 EC. Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Just grab everything.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20 on that insight.
I'm sorry, Rye. Quinn was getting upset, but he calmed down.
Sure he was. Sure.
Well, it's the badger who was still on the floor has just been looking between you both. And Quinn, you are a bit too everything about this. You are just very much in your own zone with your anger and talking to Rye, so you miss this. Rye, you do see what had been gleaned before in some ways, but the way that firelight in Morrow's eyes, even as he had been turning his head to look between you both in this very confusing conversation, and you could see the way that the flames flickered, not like any of the torches around here. And then the longer you two had been talking, the more glazed over his eyes had got. And you get the feeling that this is, if he weren't here, he would be an incredibly smart man. But in this moment, you just see the loop until his head is just like tilted slightly down again.
Oh,
The
boy.
fires are a bit too high to see anything else.
Cool. Log that away. Yeah. So Ryan's gonna reach into his coat and very casually just pull out, I think it was Eleanor's keys.
Yeah, it was!
And he's like, all right, I don't know how well this is gonna work. You stand right here close to this door. Hopefully it will open. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna have to leave you here. And leg it. Because they're gonna know one way or the other, I'm pretty sure. So, let's give this a go and see how we do. But hey, Detective Morrow.
Hmm?
I just want you to know something before we go.
Okay.
This place, you said it makes you go insane. And I can see you're right on that. But we didn't actually come here for you. If that's any consolation to you. But the network knows where I am. One way or another, there will be Requiem. And for Strix's sake, and he sticks the key in the door, it'll be coming from me and not from her. And then he turns the key and tries to open the door.
It opens.
Sweet! Click, click. And he just opens it after you, sir.
Yeah.
Quinn will leave.
Mm-hmm. It's God, right. With that earlier roll, Morrow had officially like looked his head up to stare at you. And God, he hasn't heard those words in a very long time. But he just sits there. You do see some of those fires bank just a little bit. And there is confusion on his face and clinging like someone in a storm. He does just give one final, just like, kind of little snort noise just for a moment as he thinks and just goes, how are you, staying undetected, by the way?
I cast a spell earlier. They haven't stopped me yet.
Right, I don't think you're going to be able to return here. It's a paradise here, but if there's anything you can find here that... And you see him kind of just like losing his words. But he just goes, you won't be able to return to this point. If you need to, go to a place of rest. Okay? Everything is all set there. There might be other things you can find. You're not safe here. they still watch run.
I figured as much. Thanks. You sit tight. He's going to close the cell door and lock it again. And then give him a thumbs up. And then sort of pat Quinn on the shoulder and give a jab of his thumb. Going, all right, let's go.
Quinn will follow.
As they go around the corner, Rye will also flip through the other keys on the key ring to see if he can find one for the handcuffs.
Yeah, she absolutely has one for the handcuffs.
Click! Can we get into that mysterious room? That's Spec asking, not Quinn. Quinn's not smart right now.
Oh yeah, no, Rye definitely wants to try and get into that mysterious room.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. It's just like, if you wanna go ham! Go ham! Alright, I've got to remember how to undo fog. Alright. Now, key point here is, right, when you were here last, you did see, like, there is, like, Quinn, you're now looking at it as well, there is a straight up stencil of a heron on the door. Very stylized. Beautiful crest. Like, someone paid good note on that crest. And the hat.
Ha. All right. What do you bet that one of these keys will open this door?
Lock.
Yeah. What do you bet that it's enchanted?
A lot.
Cool. What do you reckon? Should we just go for it or what?
Yeah.
All right. Risk it for the biscuit. Here's an idea. And he's just gonna stick his head through this door and just have a quick squeeze around. Because I think this owl on the desk faces the door. There's one on the bookcase there.
Mm-hmm.
But unless they move their heads, there will be a line of sight going on.
Nope. As far as you're aware.
Cool. Because there's a room back there, and while you haven't fogged it, we can't see what's in there. And you've put, like, keys on the map, but I can't see those. Okay. So, yeah, all right. I think Rye's just
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Heron, for all he is, I'm just a guy, is not as stupid as to go, I'm just gonna leave my keys right here. In fact, I'm gonna draw a chalk outline around them.
Lol. Yeah. Excuse me. All right. So Rye is going to flip through the keys on this key ring until he finds one that he thinks might work and stick it in the door.
I kid you not, seeing as you've got Eleonora's one, there is one of the keys that has got like a brown wrap around it, very similar to the color of Heron's stuff. And just like, as you're like toggling it going, is it this one? There is just like, use in case of want to, just like stenciled on it.
Gosh, I do partially wonder what their relationship is, but I don't know that I wonder enough to care that much. And he's just going to stick it in the door and give it a turn.
Yep. And hey, it do unlock. Yippee!
Cool.
Oh.
Okay.
My gosh.
I don't know how long we're going to have before they go, oh shit, someone's in my bedroom, so let's do this quick, shall we? Huh. The purple desk is a little bit out of whack with everything else.
Roll me a perception as you perceive into this room. Or investigation,
I'm
whichever
going
you
to
so choose.
I'm going to investigate. Alright, I love you so fucking much! Nat 20, baby!
Nice! Noise, 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 noise. Fantastic. All right.
Okay. That makes it a 26 if you need the numbers.
Okay, that is a goddamn. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Quinn, part of what puts you off, this room stinks of fish. It stinks of fish. You look over, there is a small kitchen off to one side, and just in a bucket and hanging across the wall to dry are just like assorted fish of different sorts. It's stinky.
Stinky. It's stanky.
It's stanky, man. Right? You do get that, but it's just like, listen, I've been on weirder cases and I know tarp.
Yes.
So it's like a few different things are just like, you are just in the zone. Quinn's probably a bit angry still, but
Yeah, a bit.
a bit angry. But you are just looking in and you are noting, for one thing, coming from Riches, some of the stuff in this room just on looking is expensive. Like, compared to what you've seen from briefly from the village, from Morrow's home, yeah, no, this is stuff like at the Strix estate.
Huh.
It also does look quite old. In fact, yeah, the bed frame is well carved, well done. Definitely older than like 50 odd years, you'd say.
Uh-huh.
Same with the desk, feels older. And there is a lot of different stuff on it. You look around, there is a giant crystal, or doesn't feel like crystal, feels more earthy than that. Something's about that. Spare hat, very expensive bottle of wine off to one side, and then
We're
you're
taking that.
you've taken that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're taking.
Rye will watch him pick it up and go, if there's anything really remarkable that we take, they will do a locate object and find us immediately. I don't recommend it. Otherwise, believe me, I would be taking half of this shit.
However, they already know we've been in here, correct?
Well, yeah, probably.
Quinn smashes the bottle.
Scatter!
Correction, he takes a swig of it, then he's gonna probably like find something to pop it open, take a swig, and then smash it.
Okay, there is downright, like, going into the ornate desk with the birds on it on the top, there is indeed just a bottle opener in there. There is the
I
uncork.
once again from behind you, my boy is from Potsanon.
Lol. I will say here and now, does taste a good vintage.
Okay.
Does not deserve this.
No, you're right, he doesn't. Rye is looking at particularly at two things. Like, he's looking at that crystal and he's like, I don't know how I feel about that. But he's looking at this toy on the bed. He's also looking at the eagle on the throw on the bed. And me, Wiss, is going, she's bisexual. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I didn't know that, but also yes.
But particularly, he's looking at the toy.
I will say here and now that toy does look really old. Like, not ancient, but with your nat 20, yeah, you'd peg that as, yeah, this was probably Heron's as a kid. Very well maintained, very well cared for, very much kept in the open.
He's gonna pick it up, have a once over it, make sure there's not like secret compartments like the Trojan horse kind of thing.
There's not. But you do end up, like, as you're turning it over, seeing in a space that's underneath it, almost a point where the wings, like, pop out. There is just, like, an engraving of just, to my dearest boy, keep flying high.
I still hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. But I still hate
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You are fully allowed to hate this guy. This guy is
That's
not
really
a nice
sweet, and I
person.
love that, V Wild, and that does make me go, oh, I still am so looking forward to beating the shit
Yeah,
out of
good.
him, but that
He's a
Good,
jerk
I
with
made
a
my
nice
jerk.
mum.
Quinn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rye is then after determining that there is nothing about this thing, he is going to shove it in that gap between the bed and the wall, face down.
Lamau.
He's also going to have a quick look under the bed before he moves over to the desk.
Cool. Fun fact.
Yep.
There's an owl statue under there.
Shit! Okay. There's a statue under that. He's going to just come over here and have a quick squiz.
Yep. There is,
I need to roll a D2. I need to roll a D2.
okay. I will say, right, as you're coming over to the ornate desk, there's a safe, there's coins. Jesus Christ, there are loads of coin purses around here, like loads of them. Jesus Christ. You do happen to spy on that desk a potted tree, like a small bonsai. You have never seen that plant before in your life.
Shout out to the tone muse in the back of my head, perking up so quick. He does not go here.
Oh, dear. Okay. Alrighty. Can I roll a nature on the plant, please?
Sure.
Okay. That is... That is a 21.
Cool. Yeah, right, looking at this, you have seen so many different plants of Inkwell. You have seen so many different plants from different places where your mum has taken you places that have been neat and you've seen things and you've been on your own cases. This is something you are passionate about, so you have looked into it more. There is something about the vibrant leaves, something about the specific hues, the shapes. They look semi-similar, but then to the left of species you've seen in the past, and you know without a shadow of doubt, it's just like, I have never seen this before. There is nothing I can quite reference here that is this. It's not even exotic trade sort of thing that you understand. It's just, I don't know.
Can he draw any points of similarity between this and other plants that he does know, like with the shape of the leaves, the color of the leaves, like it looks like it's got flowers on it, that kind of stuff? Like, is it more similar to? Because like he's been in Asclepius's garden, he knows all sorts of things about poisonous plants. Does it look more poisonous? Does it look more like a food plant? Does it look like it's like something? Maybe it's magic.
With a 21, it feels magic-esque, like how tunes are magic-esque, but not. It doesn't reek of poison. If anything, quite frankly, it's a very aesthetic plant. It's very pretty in an almost otherworldly-like way.
Okay.
It does feel a bit, just a little bit, like the most giant tree here. But even then, it's still to the left of that, or adjacent.
What Rye is going to do is he's going to roll his hammer space to get a glass jar, like a jam jar kind of thing, because he's not like Lynn. He doesn't carry vials around in his hammer space, though maybe he should. That is a 2, that is not a 1. So he's going to pull out a little jam jar, reach around to the back of the plant and just sort of use the without touching it, use the jar and the lid to just sort of go chunk and take a leaf or 2, like
Nice.
just a little sample, screw the lid back on as tight as his tiny arms can manage and shove that in hammer space rather than taking the whole plant. Then he's going to have a quick look at, like, there's a scroll with a star on it that I can see there and a book. And he wants to look at those 2 things, and then we're going to have to make tracks out the door.
You do see, like, different symbols. You can't quite tell whether it's a magic book or whether it's a language book with instructions for something, or it doesn't seem to be easy to interpret even for a caster such as yourself. So it's like probably in another language. And there are different vials off to the side, which, like, there are vials on there that are just, like, differently labeled. Again, in another language. A safe there. In fact, that's not a scroll, that is the safe.
It's a safe. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, it's all good.
Yep. You get a strong feeling like that'd be a bad idea to go into for multiple reasons and also time.
Yeah. Okay. Rye keeps his little portable case board, aka notebook and pen, in a pocket of his jacket rather than in his hammer space. So he's just going to pull that out, and he's going to, because the book is open with, like, a bookmark ribbon in it, is it?
Yep.
Yeah. He's just going to copy down the first, like, 3 lines of the page on the left, just to, like, get the shapes in. And then he's going to turn and look at Quinn and just be like, all right, anything else you want to do quickly before we make tracks? Because, yeah, they definitely know we're in here.
I forgot I was muted. Nope. Let's get out then.
Okay, let's go. And I can see that this is a back door to the cliff. I don't know that we should necessarily go that way because not both of us can fly.
Yeah, I'm going to level with you, Chief. It's even closer than I put it there. You open that door, it's straight out onto the cliff.
Yeah.
There's no steppy.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. So, are you still rolling with the 31 on my stealth that I got last session?
I am, for all
Cool.
it can help.
Okay, groovy. All right. So I guess that just means we have to just go out the front door. Like, yes, there are owl statues, but, like, there's also some that were pointing at the cell. So if they can pass without trace, they would have seen us anyway. Same with the one under the bed. So I think we just have to make a run for it, to be honest. Okay, so Rye will just say, all right, let's make a run for it, shall we? Let's go.
There they go. I
Yeah.
guess.
And Rye will, like, he will just sort of duck and crawl under the flippy uppy bit because he's not agile enough to jump over it. But I can just imagine that Quinn, it just sort of does that very cool vault
just
over the
jumps.
top, and Rise just drops to
he
all fours and
absolutely does.
shuffle underneath.
Quinn
Nice.
absolutely vaults over.
Yeah.
You guys run on past. You run out of that room, out into the main area, out into the front desk. You guys both, like, go past the broom that is still, like, sweeping out there, vault over and under, and you're gone. And there's just a broom just like now stopped still in the middle of all of that before
I'm
it
out.
starts sweeping again.
It's like, well, that
Um,
happened.
Yeah,
Should
and
Quinn have
as you
bolted?
guys
No. But did he? Yes.
as you guys do bolt out the door, oh, there's the alarm!
Cool. All right,
And then you guys are going.
Yeah. All right. Where's the map? Where is that? Somewhere.
Somewhere. I will send you a screenshot because I have it permanently up on my end because it's really smart to have your own map in front of you.
Yeah, that's fair and reasonable, really.
Mhm,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're there. Okay. So the alarm is going off. I think.
Yeah, with exactly that pitch.
Yeah, okay. So Rye is just gonna leg it for the woods just to the north. Rather than going anywhere near the village.
I mean, smart. I'm not gonna lie, smart.
He's smart, though.
Hopefully, Quinn is running on enough impulse to just follow Rye.
The silence is reassuring.
That's a 2.
Do I get in trouble if Quinn's not smart? Like I want this to be a fun game for everyone.
I think if Rye notices Quinn going off towards the village, he will just be like go change direction to full on just tackle him. Like not even to like actually grapple, but just to sort of stop him from running in that direction. What are you doing?
I'm going the most direct way to the Strix estate.
Yeah, where every bird, who are all predators, by the way, can dive bomb us from the sky. Get in the trees!
Them try.
They have. You've got gashes in your shoulders for proof.
I'll take it again.
Quinn! Why don't you want to work with me here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Look, I'm trying to do this the smart way where we don't just throw ourselves at danger for the funsies, okay?
I'm not.
Well, can you maybe explain to me your thought process? Can we just sort of maybe decompress in the trees here where there aren't a whole bunch of owl statues, please?
Then we're wasting time, though.
Well, I've got maybe half an hour on my spell left, and you are now under the effects of my spell, just so you know. Let's just take 5 minutes, okay? I need to know what you're thinking, otherwise I'm in the dark. Please, Quinn. And I'm gonna roll. Oh, okay. If he's just gonna do it.
5 minutes.
Okay. Duck into the trees, and then he's like, all right, let's get a plan.
The one good thing about Quinn being such an emotional character is he is a bit easier to convince on things sometimes.
Like, Rye can tell that Quinn is so pissed off, and like, he gets it. He's also still really pissy, but like, he's just like, I just need to know what the fuck we're doing. Please. He is so used to working with Lynn, who is plan-based to a fault. And now he's working with Quinn, who is not that.
Quinn is quite the opposite.
Yeah, so he's just like, even the barest, like, semblance of a plan, I can work with that.
And the problem is Quinn has a plan. He's just not sure. Anyways,
I love him. His plan is pick fight with Big Bird.
yes.
I gotta admit, it's very concise.
It's effective. He's convinced it is.
Lamau.
All right. Do we want to have their chat after we've checked in with the other two for a bit?
We should probably check in with
Probably a
the
good
other two.
idea. Probably a good idea. So,
That gives me a moment to get some more to drink while we scan over to.
indeed, which we do pan over, and I will say there's like a half montage of part of the time, like further time that has lapsed in this everything. And you do have a few of like, I'm not gonna lie, Speaker, Eri, you do hear some of the context of Sheriff getting punched. Yeah, no, you've heard of unreliable narrator. I'm gonna level with you, Chief. This unreliable narrator. This is Detective went off the rails and attacked me out of nowhere. I valiantly fought him off, but as you can see, I gained new marks. But all in a day's work keeping you all safe. And the villagers are eating it up. It is absolutely just like the biggest. How are you swallowing this? Are you okay? Blink twice if you need an out from the conversation.
Their eyes are closed. Crap, they can't blink.
Like, literally, you guys are going along, and he keeps on, like, going off for a bit, talking to people. He comes back at one point with a full-on, like, pie. He doesn't share it with you guys. He just kind of unhinges his jaw a bit, and then it's just gone.
I mean, as a toon, I don't think Spigot can comment, but it's just like, yeah, she continues to hold in so many comments.
Yeah. And you guys don't even have the full situation from before, but you're very clearly just, like, in your heads going, probably not this.
Yeah.
even- Sorry, you go.
I was just gonna be like, Spica's just like, well, I don't know what happened, but I know that didn't happen at the very least. And I don't know if he's like sharing any of that like with the group and whatnot. But anytime like he looks over like to get like their approval or whatever, Spica's either looking at Eri or Eleonora, and he's just like, and I was so brave and valiant. It's like, no, you're not getting my attention. No. This is more important. More important.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, he even does just, like, kind of put Eleanor in as a footnote, just like, yeah, she backed me up in the end, but I'm the main person. There were no casualties. And meanwhile, Eleanor is just looking at you guys as well. It's just like, I'm not associated with him. But you guys do end up montaging to eventually getting to the Strix estate, where Heron just kind of leaves you guys as he just flies up. Eleanor's flying alongside, so you two know what's coming up. Roll me your con.
Oh, yep. See how badly I die this time. I am not so. Yeah, up is a different matter.
You know. All right, let's go. Vamp, can you give me Aries' roll of how's he doing climbing stairs? Oh, climbing stairs.
Ooh, actually,
Oh
I
God,
gotta roll
con save?
one more thing while.
It's if you could give me an Airy con save, I would greatly appreciate.
All right.
We're going
Give me
stairs.
one more thing. Ooh.
Okay, that is a 14. Okay.
Can I add something really quick if it's
Sure,
all
go for
right?
it,
Because
go
that
for
was
it.
a deception, a 25.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to play off the long walk up the stairs as intentional.
Oh.
Like she's not taking forever because, she got such a low con roll. No, 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 no. She took so long because, she's enjoying the walk up the stairs, having a look out, and she's fine. She's fine. She got a 25. It's fine.
That is fun. I'm gonna. I don't. With that higher roll, let me double check if she can even like match. Let me double check. Let me double check. It's possible. I'm a roll.
Okay.
It's a possible. I'm a roll. I'm a roll. I'm even gonna roll.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna roll above table.
Ooh.
11. No.
Yes.
Eleonora is. I gotta admit. I think part of it is she just doesn't think about exhaustion of climbing those stairs, because why would you?
Mhm.
You're a bird. You're built to fly. You are built to soar.
Mhm.
So, like, you're going up and you're playing it off. She's literally doing laps around you both, just like going under the bridge and around it and looping around in these aerial displays around you both
Mhm.
as you guys are going up. But, like, for all you are managing to deceive, Speaker, oh god, you are exhausted.
Oh no, yeah. The deception does nothing for how tired she actually is.
You have gained the exhaustion point. I'm just going to remind myself of the DC for these specific stairs. I'm just going to remind myself of the DC for these specific stairs. I am so glad I found my notes. I found my notes.
Yay! Your notes!
All right, let's just double check them. Let's just double check them. That DC was 15.
Well, looks like
Oh.
we're both tuckered.
I'm gonna level with you of because this is the second time you've gone up, and you were already tired going down and having gone through everything. Eri, you're doing better. You are still feeling the weight of time here weighing you down. You can feel it. Both of you feel it in your shoulders, in the ache of your feet. You guys just were asleep just a relatively short while ago. But perhaps it's adrenaline, perhaps it's all everything mingled together. But you are tired. You both have a temporary exhaustion point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Ari is just like by the time everyone like gets like up there, Spica is like rolling deception. Ari is visibly exhausted.
No. Please. But gods, yeah, you guys get to the top and like Heron had even like you assume he went through the door? You assume because you kinda, I'm not gonna lie, you're both knackered and you had someone taking up the majority of your awareness and perception around you so constantly. He maybe went through the front door, you can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
But you do get there. The door does open. And there is just, yeah, it opens up, that little faint blue light to it as it draws open. And I will say, Eleonora does actually touch down on the carpet as you guys come in. And as you guys do so, you do at first just glance around because genuinely, this place is big. And again, there doesn't seem to be anyone there for a good hot second. And then there is just from above you guys, to the left on the stairwell, there is just. Ah, I see you have returned. As Strix is standing at the top of the stairwell, just looking down at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Eri kind of like does like a bow, like with his head and all that before straightening back up. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Lord Strix. Is Partridge around?
Ah, yes. We were just together a moment ago. I can bring him out. He has
Oh,
been resoundingly beating me at chess.
Eri cracks like a small smile at that and goes, "Yes, he does that."
He is just looking at you guys, and it's the first flicker of like kind of emotion of just like you see this look of exasperation, just like, how? How? Like, how? And then there is just like, he does just turn his head and give like this hooting, whistling call. And then there is a very happy. And then there is just like posture skidding into frame. Just like, I've got it all set up again. And I put the horses in a better position.
Hello, Partridge.
Harry! Oh, how marvelous to see you. How marvelous! How are you doing? How's it all going? How is the case? If you are doing a. Were they doing a case? I seem to remember someone talking about a case. Never mind all that. It is so good to see you. How are you doing? And he does just like bound down the steps in a very fluttery, happy bounce, 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 and then just come down and just put a wing on your shoulders. I hope you're enjoying your stay.
I'm enjoying my stay. It's quite pleasant.
I am so glad to hear. I have been hearing so many things of this place. It, from the books, does seem to be a paradise. And there are accounts from so many different people in their handwriting. Everyone seems to love working here. It is so relieving to hear. You must read some of them at some point, my good man. In fact, I was thinking of extending our stay a bit here.
God. I hold on, sorry, my brain died. Eri kind of like smiles and goes, "I suppose I don't have anything else to do, so if you'd like to do that, I wouldn't be opposed."
I am so glad to hear. No opposition. We will, of course, wait for the others to get back to spring more of the happy news. But oh, you are going to. There are so nice blankets here. Pillow forts are going
I
to
will
be.
say when Partridge says others, a furrow like enters like Aries' bro, and like his expression kind of like clears a bit, and he seems like he is like about to say something for a moment before he shuts his like mouth again.
How's Speaker doing?
She's just standing there. Oh god, she's standing there. She is looking at Airy at that, and then it's just like looks at Partridger, and she's just she has a 25 deception. This is fine. This is all fine. She smiles behind her mask as Partridger bounds down, and she's just like, I take it you've been having a good time then.
The best. Honestly, I am not sure why I didn't come back here for so long. Strixie, you should have invited me again sooner. Well, I intend to keep this a long visit. Perhaps one of several. After all, we can have more guests. Yay! Now, we have admittedly been playing a lot of chess, and you have also played with Ethel a lot. And admittedly, we should have probably gone to sleep more earlier. But I admit I did enjoy our chats. And, he has come down the steps more, and is just, next to Pasture, and does just, dip his head down a moment to, press his forehead against, Party's temple, and just goes, perhaps it would be a good idea if we all had a nap before dinner.
Ari kind of sighs at that and goes, that sounds like a good idea. Yes, I must admit to being exhausted.
Yes, this place does take it out of one at first, but I'm sure it'll all work itself out. Now, I can escort you to your chambers for the both of you. Other than that, well, we will have much to discuss at a later point. I will push on our meal until the next available point. I'm nothing if not able to accommodate such things. We may even, later on, perhaps, be able to have a performance from you when you're in a little brighter spirit.
Ari kind of blinks and then he cracks a smile and nods his head and goes, we, we shall see. I'm sure I will be more. I'm sure I will be able to put on a show once I have more energy in me.
Marvelous. You shall be a remarkable performer here. Come along.
And Ari will follow.
Mm-hmm.
Spica is just. Oh, she can't. Yeah, she can't interject at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Spica, you good?
She don't even. She's got a 25 deception. Don't worry about it.
How's Spica
She's
feeling?
fine. She's fine.
Mm-hmm.
No.
She probably does glance over at Eleanor briefly because it's well, what's going on now? It's like we're having a nap apparently.
Eleonora had sidled up to you, just put a wing around you, and it's just she goes to open her beak to say something, and it's interesting because as Strix is leading Airy up, Partridge following just because that's his bestie, and that's also the person who is, his employee, who is tired. And also, he's tired. Wow, he actually probably shouldn't have stayed up drinking that much hot cocoa. But Strix does just turn around and go, Eleonora, I would advise if you perhaps liaised with other people within our group, checked up on the rest of this party. Oh, I mean, I can, but, well, one of them's in an interesting. I'm aware. Two of them, actually. Actually, sir, one of them did happen to run. No. Go check the station again. There's a good one. And she kind of freezes and then just goes, I'll pick you up later.
Yes, I've been. Oh, I hope I haven't caused you too much trouble. With everything already going on, and now this.
Oh, trust me, you're not the one of your party that's giving me any trouble. Do me a favor.
Hmm?
Talk me up. Talk me up. Put down Heron. And then she just, like, does this sweeping bow so that her head actually touches the floor. And then absolutely nooms out incredibly quickly. Like, you are actually pulled back slightly. Your hair does go with the sheer vacuum of move.
Mm-hmm. Well, she can't deny she is slightly impressed at that moment. It's just like, well, can't deny that was pretty awesome. Pretty badass. And, well, shit, there goes that plan. Anyway, I guess I have to take a nap now. None of this she's saying out loud.
Enforced nap time. Enforced nap time.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, on the plus side, you guys get to go to bed.
Yay.
You guys get to go to bed. It's admittedly a lot sparser than you had previously, given literally everything. But, yeah, you know what? It is at least pretty nice. The
I do
bed.
have to ask, is Pika actually like taking a nap or?
Oh, she probably should, but like one of the first things she's gonna do when she's in her room is she's gonna scoop her cat out, press her face into the cat's side, and just scream for a minute.
Fair.
Oh, she should sleep, but I don't know if she's going to.
That's valid of her, honestly.
Yeah, because I keep thinking you have a point of exhaustion. You should sleep, and all she's handing me is "fuck you," and I'm just like, girl, you
Yeah,
need to sleep, and she's just like, I am too pissed.
I can't blame her, especially since like with everything, I can't blame her for being paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm guessing she doesn't have a chance to talk to Ari or anything, huh?
I'm gonna level with you. No. Like,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
you guys are brought up, like, taken to your rooms. Like, it's a little odd, I'm not gonna lie, Speaker, in how the Earl brought you guys up and then stopped at the first bedroom, which was Ares, saw him inside, and then turned to you and bade you good night, and then just stood in the hallway staring at you.
Yeah, no, she doesn't press that or anything. She's still keeping the thing. Like she just smiles and gives proper polite bow. She's not in a dress. She can't really curtsy, but and thanks him kindly, and then not even turning back, calmly walks down the hallway into her room, shuts the door, waits the certain amount of time, cat scream time.
Cat scream time. Cat scream time was sorely needed.
It was. She does not have nearly enough cats for this. She brought one.
She was
Damn
one.
it.
One is all you need. Actually, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Is
She's a
better with
cat pal.
cats.
Yeah. Okay,
Bless.
she's probably gonna take like a pen and paper out or something, or like a notebook or some such, and just like start jotting things down.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like obviously can't get the whole thing in detail, but just like some quick notes. She's also going to take some notes on everybody else and how they've been acting. she doesn't have much of a basis for comparison of not here, but she's just gonna like at least note down of like, this happened and that happened, and now Aerie seems fine for some reason and is not bringing up the fact that Quinn was pile drived into the dirt. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What a way to
Maybe
put it.
Erin just doesn't care about Quinn.
She doesn't know. She doesn't
true.
know that's the thing. And she can't talk to him. So she just takes her notes, she puts it down. I will roll a see, take out Mill's advice. See, where's the
Let's see how your con roll does for do you EPD. You EPDP!
No, yeah, it's weighing in on her too much. Like she tries, the anxiety's pressing against the EBDB-ness, but eventually she's just like, she staggers, and then she's like, okay, I'm at least gonna sleep on the bed. I'm not sleeping on the floor.
Good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Bless. So you two just like you hit these beds, and quite frankly, given everything, they are really, really nice beds. And they are well warmed, not in the way of someone has been in it, but in the clearly people have prepared for this is sleep time. And so it is nice and warm and just right as you both just drift off into sleep.
Yeah. Sleepy time.
Yay!
Yay!
One of these
All
characters
right.
is a lot more happy about nap time than the other.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. All right. At this point, we're probably going to pan back over to Ryan Quinn. I will also note we have been going for a while. Would we like to take a short break?
I'm
I'm down
easy.
either way.
Okay,
I
because
low-key took my quote-unquote break when I went to go get my orange juice.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I fully assumed this is what people do, which actually it's actually a quite great way of doing this, where you tag team a situation where it's like 2 people are on rest, 2 people are up, 2 people are on rest, 2 people are up.
Do you
Strixie, I
need a
don't know
break
why.
though,
I'm like,
V-Wild?
you're the one I'm
Yeah, I was
concerned
gonna
about,
say,
V-Wild.
yeah.
I'm like, we've been tag teaming it. I'm gonna be real based on what I've been seeing us being like BRB. You're the one we're concerned about, V-Wild. You're
Yeah,
the one
how
who
are
doesn't have
you?
a
Do you,
tag teamer.
I
do you
may
need a
like
break?
to propose a 3-minute break so I can go and heat up my coffee because I can't feel one of my hands.
Yeah, go do that.
Oh, please
Please
go
go
heat up
do
your
that.
coffee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go reheat my coffee. I'm gonna say 5-minute break.
Easy.
So we're gonna
5-minute break.
meet. I'm gonna meet back at 48. Okay, I'm gonna
Alright.
pause my recording. Oh, nope. All right, break over. Absolutely nothing strange happened with the recording at all. Yay! All right, but as we zoom away from a wonderful sleep in the estate, we pan back over to 2 people who are not getting in their Z's. They're camping out in trees.
Probably not in
And
a
so-
tree, but in amongst them.
Yep. So we zoom in on this scene that's happening at a similar-ish time to the other encounter that just transpired of these guys out here, with Quinn a little more healed than he was previously because of the helpings of Morrow and that healing stuff. And we zoom in. How y'all doing in your tree times?
Well, once they
He's doing
are
great.
once they're sort of obscured by the trees and stuff, Rai is gonna reach into his pocket to get one of his healing potions out of his pocket. That's the wrong dice. That's the detail. That's a 7. Okay. So he's gonna pull out his 2d4 plus 2 healing potion and offer it to Quinn. And as he's doing that, he's just going, okay, so what are we planning on doing? Because there's a lot of stuff that we still just don't know here.
Well, if Honestly, the best way to do this is to just stop playing games and go straight to Strix himself.
Okay. And what are you planning on doing when we get there? Just confronting him?
Yes. Quinn kind of crosses his arms.
I'm not sure whether or not that would help, though. We are on an island in the middle of the ocean with a barrier of some sorts around it, which, I'm going to be honest with you, Quinn, there is some sort of block.
I'm aware.
I can't feel my bonds as easily as I should. So even though the network knows where I am, because the network sent me here, we don't have any way of getting off of this island just at the moment. Confronting him and putting him in handcuffs? We are vastly outnumbered and outgunned. We've got to figure out a little bit better what we can actually achieve here. Because just going and punching Strix in the face isn't going to...
I never said I was going to punch him.
Okay, well, what do you want to do?
I would like to start by talking.
And do you think that you are convincing enough to get him to just throw up his hands and go, right, sorry, this was all just a big misunderstanding, and undo all of the mind control and all that kind of stuff?
No.
So what do you want to talk to him about?
Quinn kind of pauses and frowns for a small moment. If we could figure out why he's doing this, then we could stop it.
I think having a bit of a snoopy snoop is probably an easier way than getting it out of him. The other thing that we don't know... Well, I mean, look, I don't know that I'm that convincing to talk to this guy and say, hey, look, we've noticed XYZ things, and we need you to tell us why you're doing XYZ things so we can stop it. If it's something that he genuinely wants, we're not going to be able to convince him to tell us those things. We don't know why he's got this whole island under this weird spell with the totally occult thing going on. But on the other hand, like, if it's just because they don't want plot to reach here, and trust me, I know about Toons not wanting to get involved with plot, but this is a really picked up way to be doing it, so I don't know if it's just that. We also don't have a motive for attacking Morrow and making him think that he chucked his apprentice out of a window.
This is why we talk. Plus, I
don't know that talking to Strix... I know. Okay, sorry. You go ahead.
let me at him, okay? Just give me a chance. This is why I wanted to go alone. If I go alone, then if something does go wrong, then you guys can still go about your plan.
It wouldn't be going on our plan, though, Quinn. You think the rest of us have a plan? I didn't get a chance to talk to them before I stayed in the jail to get you out of there.
I would have been fine.
But you would have been in jail.
Still fine.
Can we try a few other things before we go and confront him directly? These things usually work better if we've got more evidence.
Like what? How can we gather evidence when we're surrounded by a bunch of people who are willing to falsify it, or lie, or change fact? We're dealing with a pace where evidence doesn't exist.
We found enough evidence
to
prove that Morrow didn't do
now.
it. No, but for our benefit, we need to find what the truth is. We can't just go up to him and go, we know this place is fucked, because we do. We know this place is fucked. Absolutely, we do. But we still need to be smart about it. I reckon that we go and see about the... Eagle Lady's house before we go to the estate. See if there's anything else we can find, because we don't know if Pippin is alive, and if she is, where she is. And if she is alive, there'd be a reason for her being kept alive. And there'd be a reason for them targeting Morrow, because he wasn't working on anything significant. Why he was here in the first place? If they hate detectives, why would he be here?
Maybe he simply knew too much. It's an easy motive.
Too easy.
It doesn't need to be too... People just hate each other. People don't need extreme motives or fancy things. People just hurt each other to hurt each other, right?
I know.
Especially the kind of people who do mind stuff. They don't need fancy reasoning.
I know. But that's the thing. I would prefer for us to have better motives, better reasoning. There has to be some reason why Strix asked Morrow to be here. This is not a place that you just stumble upon accidentally. He would have had to be brought here.
Maybe he had his uses before.
Like what?
I don't know. This is why we have to talk.
But do you think that Strix will tell you?
Maybe, but we won't know until I try.
Well, can we do this other thing first? Because if we're going to get lied to or beaten up or manipulated just by going straight up to talking, we'll lose the opportunity to do anything else.
That's why I said we go our separate ways.
Quinn, this isn't just me saying I want to do this together for your sake. It's also for my sake. I need you on backup. I need you to help me so that I can then help you as well. Please.
I'll do it for your sake.
Thanks. So, we don't have to go into the heart of the forest. I think that's probably a bad idea, but not get too close where they can see us from the town. And, he's gonna reach into his pocket and just pull out the keys. Yeah, I'm just gonna chuck these off the cliff, I think.
I would hold on to them.
Well,
Or at least hide them somewhere.
the reason why I want to hike them off the cliff into the ocean is so they can't do a locate object on it and find us.
Well, then at least leave them here in case we need them for something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and he's just gonna straight up just sort of like shove it into, like, if there's a hollow in a tree or something, he'll just sort of shove it in there or under a bush or something like that.
I mean, there are all the signs, like, without, like, earlier you guys noted there were no bugs. There are all the signs and indicators of, yeah, there are hollows where something should live. So you can shove them in relatively easily into just a random hollow.
Yeah, okay. He'll do that. He'll shove it into a random hollow so it's quite out of sight. And then dust his hands a little bit and go, right. Let's go check that out.
Yeah.
And start heading towards the what do you call it? Mail room place.
Yeah.
The mail office and lighthouse home.
Yeah.
I will say, like, you guys, would you still, after a decent amount of time, like, decent journey straight through town, like over 30 minutes. So you do notice that your pass without a trace does just fade away,
Oh,
just
yeah.
naturally.
Yeah, he'd get to
Just
the
like
end of the
as you
duration long before they got there.
Yep. It's. Do me a favor, roll me a d10 for me.
Okie dokie. 9.
Cool. There are, as you guys are going along, it's been a decent amount of time of A, you guys hiding, B, you figuring out this conversation, and C, actually having it. Enough time has passed that other events have happened elsewhere. And so overhead, but through some sheer luck, not seeing you guys, you do hear like rapid flapping and then more leisurely but methodical flapping of just like, and then you do just hear overhead, just as it comes into sound and then as it leaves, just like, listen, I said jack shit to him. Well, he was displeased, so I'm blaming you. Listen, you want to get with that one, I'm fine with it. Later, we got shit to do, okay? You can do all you want with that one. I had my turn last generation. Yes, you got last generation. And my bloody sister, okay? Shit's complicated. We find this, we deal with them. Everyone gets what they want. We'll pick a favorite after. Okay, you got me there. Let's go.
Quinn looks at Rye so fast.
Ryan was just sort of looking up, and then when they stop and like fly off, he's just sort of. I picture them just sort of look at each other at the same time. How old are
Congrats,
these birds?
Congrats, you just snapped Quinn out of his whatever that was.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
I think this just got a lot more complicated.
Yeah. Boy.
Are we
I love
last
getting
generation?
Say that again.
Last generation. Fuck. Quinn is currently racking his brain. I spec have an idea, but I don't want a god game, so I'm happy to see if there's any reason Quinn would connect these dots.
You can send it into DMs with me if you'd like. I will also say, because part of the reason for that interaction, Eleanor is a lesbian. Her older sister, on the other hand, who's no longer on the island, she was not.
Lamau.
Many, many reasons for Eleanor and Heron to have tiffs.
Fair enough.
This island is fucking complicated, man.
Apparently so.
All right. As you guys do head on, you are making your way through the woodland. I'd like you guys to roll me a nature.
Okie smokes. Oh, that's not good.
Okay. That's a 10.
It's a 14.
Okay. You making your way through woodland. You going.
Making our way downtown.
Moving fast.
Walking, moving fast, moving fast. Try not to go over roots. Oh, you went over a root.
The mouth.
It's... Quinn, bless your cotton socks. You're having quite a few unpleasant trips, bless you. Right, you're doing decent, honestly. You're getting your feel of the area enough that it slowly seems to be improving your ability to travel in it. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but you're not eating shit as much.
Yeah. I think Rye is trying to still muddle things out verbally while they're making their way there, because there are so many different bits of all of this that don't make sense. And he's hoping, like what happened at Morrow's house, where he said it out loud and then somebody else was able to fill in the gaps he was missing. He's hoping that that Quinn can do that for this. So we've got Morrow here, and we don't know why. We've got Pippin. We don't know where she came from. The villagers kind of make sense insofar as they're a prey animal to owls, but that also doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We've got the weird sepia barrier, which I don't know why you would need to put it on here when you're in the middle of a heckin' ocean surrounded by big pointy rocks. Anyway, we've got that weird magic detection alarm thing going on. We've got the need to see everything with those weird statues. Sorry for your loss. Huh. Morrow's been here a while. So why now? What changed? And he's just sort of turn around and maybe switch Quinn's face down, and that's... Yeah, okay.
No, Quinn is probably just like deep in thought.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
You doing okay?
Thinking.
Yeah?
I'm gonna roll. I'm trying to think of what I want to put this. I'm just gonna roll a straight intelligence, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I have two different DCs set. One of them is the one that I think it was, but the more I am talking, the more I'm realizing it's probably not. The one is that I have honestly stolen from the gallery, but I think might actually be the correct answer.
I love
think
it
neither of
when
them.
I love it when people pull ideas. It's really fun, and I'm enjoying it immensely.
Well, he didn't get either of them, so
He having flush time.
he's just standing there like deep in thought. He's fighting so hard to think. I'm trying to think. Okay. And Quinn is gonna like finally reach into his pocket and he is gonna finally pull out the coded message.
Yay!
Yes.
I almost forgot it. And he hands that over. Here's this. Morrow also had a shrine to this deity of like permanent ends or something. I was trying not to think of it, and he kind of gives like a little sneer.
Huh. Can Rye roll a religion on that description?
Sure.
Let's see whether or not he does any good at this. That's not awful. I mean, it's not what Sally could do. She's the religion expert, but it's a 14.
That few gods in Inkwell that do semi-match up to it. That they are gods of endings. That there are ideas of it. You do recall enough to know there are a few that it may narrow down to, especially as a toon. Given given your head shape as well, it might also have been same
Lol.
head.
Lol.
Oh wait, no eyes. Never mind. But you do understand that there is an idea of a very simplistic designed god in Vale that there's more to it. You know, you've probably read more of it, but it's it was for one case and it was a tangent and it was also a red herring. But this is, I kid you not, this is such a niche god, it's not even funny. This one isn't one with a major following, unlike Retrospect or one of those ones.
Yeah. Rye will just sort of think about that and go, I might know the one you're talking about. Okay.
But multiple generations. So they're older than they look, which would have formed some sort of immortality. So their tunes can live longer than the average person would
Yeah.
assume. That's the thing. They can live multiple generations. However, that's not always the most common thing, and normally they show signs of age. It's a thing related to development. You were talking about the plot stuff, but normally, if there is no plot per se, they wouldn't naturally progress, which I guess would lead to no change. But even then, this is not my wheelhouse. I'm not a toon.
Yeah, it's a complicated thing that I don't think is really in my wheelhouse either. But
Tome in the back of my head is like, this is my wheelhouse. Let me in.
There's too many birds, Tome. There's too many birds.
But no, I think you might be right on that. Like, if this is so far removed from everything, there's no progress, no change. But in integrating new people into a perfect society would, by its very nature, be change. So if
that wouldn't work. It can't be for reasons of population because same generation. It can't be making new generations. So it's not about the gene diversity.
I'm not sure that even counts for tunes anyway, to be fair.
That is true. Everybody they've brought in Pippin. Would you consider Pippin a prey animal? Right.
I mean, she was a hedgehog, right?
Yep.
I mean, she was a hedgehog. I wouldn't count her as a prey animal the same way you'd count, like, a mouse or a squirrel. Let me roll human nature real quick. Thank you, Rye. 22.
Fun fact.
Yep.
Fun fact. You know that hedgehogs are eaten by owls.
Okay, cool. Rye is going to sort of think about that. Like, he's think about mice and then squirrels, and then he'll just sort of stop and then be like, yeah. They get eaten by owls.
Pippin falls into the same category. All the animals here. There's a motive.
Badgers aren't a prey animal, though, right?
Fun fact.
Oh god.
Did you know that certain owls can eat anything from as small as a mouse to the size of small baby deer? Badgers are also included.
Oh my god. Ryan's going to sort of be thinking about this for a second and then, like, he's just got a prayer hands. Oh my gosh. Quinn, owls can eat badgers too.
The murder. It's for record keeping. Two people disappear, that raises questions. But if a detective is sentenced to death for a murder, nobody questions where the body went.
Holy shit. I really hope that they haven't eaten her. Okay. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much, but I think you might be right.
Okay. Think back to our meal. Think back to our meal.
Yeah.
What exactly did we eat?
Me, Whisk. Question mark, question mark. It was a while ago.
Me looking at V Wild, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Me sliding in at speed. We did not eat people.
I know we
There
did
was
it.
a lot of fish.
I am here, remembering how you guys got spooked over the, oh my god, is the giant rotisserie actually Lord Heading? I'm sliding in here, waving our Anx rating and going, thank gods no!
Okay,
There is a different answer to the circumstances.
Okay.
We have not eaten people. I have not made your characters indulge in cannibalism.
Thank
I
goodness.
figured we hadn't, but I needed to clarify that in character.
I'm
real
grateful.
quick.
I'm grateful.
Like, I knew that these characters were going to start going down that route real quick, so I needed to really quickly nip that in the bud in character before that one.
In character, you guys know you ate like lamb and mutton. You ate a lot of different types of seafoods. You ate so many different types of seafoods. You kind of have that moment of, oh god, what if we? And then you have that moment of, wait, at least part of it would have had an ink taste. No, thank God, no. This is no Hannibal Lecter shit.
Mm-hmm. I was
Okay.
thinking back to what Heron said
Huh?
about his bones. Viewog, what was exactly that Heron said about his bones?
Oh, you're taking me back. It was something along the lines of they make use of all the bones.
Make use of all the bones.
Bones can be used for making like broth and stuff if you're normal. But like it's also called Bonesbridge. And Raya is just sort of looking in the direction of the estate and the huge ass bridge and stairs.
I need to go through Quinn. Quinn's head is going so fast right now.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Okay, I need to check something. Okay. We need to get near a village. The village. We need to get near the village. I want to test something. We don't need to get close enough to be caught, but just around 60 feet.
Oh, okay. What's the plan?
I want to see if they're undead. If they're undead, that takes care of half the problems.
Huh.
If not, that means they're closer to livestock.
But won't they notice?
Not necessarily casting a spell.
Oh. Okay.
Out of character, Quinn's gonna use Divine Sense.
Oh, okay. Sounds
Alright.
good.
Divine
Which
sense.
I will copy it. It doesn't necessarily word itself. It's up. You can
Right.
call your terms as if you would.
Give it to me. Give it to me, and I will ponder quickly. Presence of strong evil. Okay, celestial, fiend, or undead. Cool. Cool. All right. You are free to try.
All right. Quinn will likely head towards the village with Ryden to that probably I'm gonna draw do a little screenshot and draw a little circle.
Nice.
Just
Love
right
it
to
when you
my
do that. Use my JPEGs. Use my
Yes.
JPEGs.
I'm playing dress up with your JPEGs.
Okay.
This way they're close enough that they can head back to the mail office.
Amazing. You have been making your way through the woodland, so it has taken longer as you skirted around. I will, after you've done this, be asking you guys to do a con just by sheer. You have gone through the thickest woodland ever, trying not to be caught. But yes, you can get there with the time, yes. And yes, you can absolutely cast from there. You may have to go a bit further back just by sheer. People don't go to the Strix estate without a reason. But there are people packing up their stuff because it is evening. You are watching just. Honestly, if you guys didn't have all these different ideas and hadn't been part of everything back at, the jail, this does just look idyllic. There are people singing to themselves. There are people throwing things to different people. There are younger people running about and playing, as parents call them, to come inside.
Horrendous.
Rai, you are completely fine, my guy. You are doing good.
Let me
You're doing
roll
good.
my con. Is it a save or?
Yeah. This is basically how tired are you from everything?
Quinn's going through it, man.
Yeah. Let me just double check one thing I think that is gonna be you are tired enough. Exhaustion is kicking in, my guy.
Point of exhaustion.
Yep. I will say I will allow you to use your feature doesn't involve it, so that's good on your end. Where is it? You'd think I would have kept this. Why is it down the very bottom? Why you doing this to me? Okay. Yep, I am gonna roll with a 10. It is enough that you're going, you're thinking, you have fallen over so much shit, and you got beaten up to the point of almost bloodied earlier. Adrenaline is starting to wane, injuries are starting to throb. And you didn't even get a good sleep to start with, given the sheer fact of, I'm gonna cast stuff. Incapacitated. So yeah, you are feeling it pull on you now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. How much HP did Quinn get from the health potions from Rai again?
Oh, I don't think we rolled it. So 2d4.
I'm before I forget that.
2.
hmm
8 points.
Thank you.
So that's 8 plus 6 because you got 6 earlier from Moro. You're doing okay. You're doing a little
Yes,
better.
we're back up to 53. All right.
Yay!
All right. Quinn is going to cast then Divine Sense.
Cool. As you do so, what does it usually look like when you cast this specific thing? If you've cast it in the past, what does your perception, how do you look, and how does your perception of the world change?
I don't know for sure. He's probably casted it before, but most likely his eyes just kind of start to glow a bit green.
Hmm. Cool. As
It's
you
that same neon toxic green glow from earlier.
Beautiful, beautiful. It does feel fainter than usual as you're doing so. It feels more, well, visually, it is a bit paler than perhaps it should be. And you do feel more of a strain in doing it, almost like there's something of a blur to your vision. As you do so, your senses cast wide, and as you're peering at this place through this slight new filter, nothing celestial, nothing fiendish, nothing undead. There is the flickers of exhaustion and a few people who are ill in that way of they're not exactly doing the best, but it does not ring as undead manipulation. And you even get, as part of it, I will give it to you here, there's this bell-like sound that just seems to ring at the corners of your perception, jarring in the unpleasantness of evil, but warbling in a way that means it does not fit with these other parts. It's honestly unaligned. It's a discordant, chaotic sound that is surprisingly pleasant, but is unaligned with these ideas.
Quinn is mentally latching onto that sound. He doesn't know what that is, but he is logging that. But no, the moment the spell ends, he's gonna kind of blink and shake his head. Okay. Some things. I won't be able to do that much more. The longer we're here, I'm not able to cast my magic as much. I don't like it. But I can at least confirm they are alive.
Wow.
Alive. Genuinely alive.
That's a good start.
So, now we just gotta keep them that way.
Yeah. Hey, V-Wild, question for you, because I don't recall.
Yes.
When Rye cast Pass Without Trace, did he have that weird I forgot what I was doing thing as well?
Oh, you cut out a bit there. When he had that weird...
That did he have when he cast Pass Without Trace last session that I forgot what I'm doing kind of vibe as well?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. He managed to just about pull through with it, but it did genuinely feel of just like halfway through you weren't quite sure and then you remembered. Because of course you do.
Yeah. I think as they start to move away from the edge of the forest and move back towards the mail office, Rye is just going to sort of put his hand on his chin a little bit and go, weaker?
Yeah, normally everything it's doing clearer when I do that. It felt fuzzier, like I was looking through someone else's glasses or something.
When I cast earlier, it was weird. It was like halfway through casting and I forgot what I was doing. I pulled myself together to make the spell work, but
That happened with me when I was healing Moro.
the barrier doesn't just detect magic, it suppresses it. It's not an anti-magic field as such, but boy, it's got to be generated from somewhere, or my magic circle kind of stuff. I don't know. And he sort of looks over towards the estate, and I had thought maybe that the estate might be a genius loci, but I'm not sure about that either.
Right?
Yeah?
Have you tried casting any magic at night?
Not specifically yet, I don't think. Question mark? Looking at our DM.
You guys have been here from dawn into this evening, which is probably turning into night because you guys got here at dawn, had your first sleepy because jet lag's a bitch, and also it's custom here. Had your sleep, done all the stuff here, going into second sleep, so it's your first night here.
I don't think we've been here long enough to have tried that. Why?
This this sounds cliche, but that's why I'm hoping it might work. What if the lighthouse?
That's not a bad thought. But the thing is, the thing is, there is magic that you're allowed to do if Strix teaches it to you, right? So there's got to be something that allows you to bypass whatever this magic barrier bullshit is, right? And it can't just be the spell, because if it's something like Unseen Servant, because they've been on about Unseen Servants over and over again, I don't...
Google something really, really quick.
I'm just checking. I
Because
don't think
if-
he has it.
If my thing is correct, oh, I have a really bad feeling in my stomach.
Oh, he does have Unseen
no,
Servant. Okay.
Okay, it's conjuration. We're okay.
Like, they've been
What
on...
were you scared of? You can send it in DMs, but I am eyes emoji at you.
So they've been on about Unseen Servant over and over again, and if I wasn't really cautious about casting stuff for no reason, I know that spell. I could cast that right this second to test whether or not I've got any of that weird forget what I'm doing stuff, but we don't want to get caught, so I won't. But, like... there's got to be something else we're missing here.
What magic have we seen them cast?
Well, I've seen stuff move on its own, which they claim to be Unseen Servant.
But mine is the Unseen Servant. What other magic have they actually casted?
I don't remember, personally. I don't think have we seen any?
It's...
Not that I can remember.
I will say Quinn has seen the casting of message because it has been done to him right before Harry where, hey, I've distracted you from that one. Ka-dunk.
Dunk.
Okay,
There has been...
Rye was inside for that, so he didn't see that.
I'm checking something real quick. I'm like doing so much like I spec him in the background with my giant whiteboard and red string right now.
Yay! I love that I'm getting you to do this. Honestly, I have stuffed these pumpkins and I lobbed them at you, and now I'm watching you guys go ham. But you've heard people talking about these unseen servants, seen them. In like specific locations, you've seen them. Quinn, you have seen earlier the flicker of green in Heron's eye as he cast message at you. There is even like earlier when you'd first cast and Eleonora had shut it down, there was that gust of slicing wind and a brief, you now recall a brief flicker of like bright glittery blue for a flash of a second, which you think might have been a counterspell. Other than that, you are dabbling in your own exhausted memory.
Rye has the
Rye?
potential to have noticed the counterspell. Would he have? Because he was actually in the room for that.
Yep, it was out in the open, and it was mid-villagers freaking the fuck out getting distance from new guy randomly casting.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what the new guy was doing. Only the new guy. And he just got here.
Yeah. I think Eleanor used counterspell on you once.
So far, the only magic we've seen them successfully do. I need to double check something real quick. Okay, no, that's no. Sorry, that was me mumbling.
You are more than valid, and I love you. I am genuinely enjoying managing to get people into conspiracy mumbles. It is like giving me Christmas cake another day. I'm enjoying it. I am nibbling.
Because I'm looking up like the levels of these spells at this point. So far, all the magic we've seen them do is either some sort of magic to stop you from doing something, a sort of like protection or security measure, or it's been a sort of mind magic, excluding Unseen Servant, which I'm quite certain may not be Unseen Servant.
Huh.
Quit. Do you ever have your character give like you an idea that like it fills them with such sickening dread that it like makes you the player nauseous for a moment?
Oh, I felt that. I felt that before.
Quinn kind of pauses and kind of frowns. Right.
Yeah.
You're a toon.
Yeah.
You know more about toons than I do. This, I know how this sounds coming from a real kind. How easy is it to separate a soul from a body for a toon?
Dot. That is not in my wheelhouse. Shit. I don't know that it'd be necessarily any harder or easier than with any other kind of creature. I mean,
Quinn is like running a hand through his hair. He's like you could see him like pacing now.
You think this is some sort of magic jar bullshit?
I don't know, but when we got here, I cast a spell. Okay, yes, I saw these figures everywhere, and I'm wondering if those are what these unseen servants are. But if they're eating the people, then they're obviously the nutrients. But how can there be these figures, but also them getting food from them? Well, I mean, I guess technically, if you're separating the soul from the body, you're getting the best of both worlds then. You're getting the nutrients for the body, but you're getting the soul as a servitude.
But then wouldn't they register on that thing you did as undead being like a ghost?
And except for that would have to be that would be if they're on this plane. If the souls are not on this plane, they won't register for me. And if the people out there are still alive, aka they haven't been separated, they won't register as anything for me.
Oh, heck.
Even if that's not true, the fact that that's even a possibility at this point.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. I think we're only gonna get so far speculating.
We need to get to the lighthouse.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
In renewed enthusiasm for movement.
Indeed. Renewed enthusiasm for the moves, for the being, for the on that terrifying note, let's go!
I think probably when they get to the edge of the forest that faces the lighthouse, I think Rye would probably look at Quinn and go, "Yeah, dude, you're fucked right now. We should just take a short rest." It won't do anything for his exhaustion, but it will probably help a little.
Honestly, Quinn probably won't benefit much from a short rest because he does he's at 53 out of 72 hit points, and like all of his stuff, because he's a paladin, it respawns at long rest.
Right, okay.
So he'll probably would insist they just keep on going.
Fair enough. Thought if they were resting, it gives the others a chance to do something too.
Indeed.
I figured the others could go and we would switch back to them. And then depending on how long, like what they do, they could either meet. Because I figured them talking took place during the nap.
Yeah.
So whatever the others do, so either the others are going to go to the mail office now and we're going to reunite as a party. And we're just going to have some Scooby-Doo level nonsense where we're kind of skirting around each other. Or the others are going to be in the area while we're in the mail house. But I figured our timelines are currently lined up, unless I was misunderstanding.
They're relatively lined up, especially given, I'm not gonna lie, it took ages for you guys to get through that woodland.
Yeah.
A straight walk through the village versus through the absolute thicket of it. You've been at this hours, my guys.
It's probably not the worst thing in the world, though, because it means that they're less likely to get caught. Because if they're bumbling around amongst trees, they're going to be harder to track.
You cut out after you said bumbling through the trees.
Oh, we'd be harder to track that way.
Admittedly, yeah. I'm gonna say... Alright, here's what I propose. Because it's a more wibbly-wobbly type
Timey-wimey.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Don't worry, I love and support you, and honestly, I was picturing David Tennant also yelling physics.
Physics.
God, I love that episode. But anyway, I will say, if you do take a short rest, I will allow you to re-roll your con to see how it goes.
I'm taking that short rest.
Yep. Which I will say is going to match you guys up. If you rest during it, like what they said in like Mythbusters of closing your eyes and actually, trying to catch some rest. Brilliant.
Yeah, Quinn!
I'm going to say with that, you are going to have that point of raise. It is going to match your time zones up with the others.
Sweet.
So we're going to be back on a similar page. I'm gonna... Time in this place is an illusion. I'm gonna say it's gonna be further into the night. Given the sheer fact of every kind of shit stuff that's been going down, I'm gonna say when you guys are like coming to, and that's as a collective, it's gonna be that early morning again.
Uh-huh.
Just because you have survived your first day in Bonesbridge. Congratulations. Okay. As part of that, would strongly advise you do the same ride just so we don't have the stack in the future of the con, because the longer you stay awake.
Oh yeah, no,
more
he's
those things.
he's definitely
Yep.
having a rest as well, for sure.
Oh.
I was just trying to find
Okay.
where my the dice that I can roll to recover some health is on my character
Brilliant,
sheet.
beautiful. I will say, when you guys like get closer, there will be other things that you can find. You guys do periodically in the night kind of hear like one or two distant flaps, but it's like, okay, nothing's got us yet. Hooray. All right, but hey, we're all starting to sync up our time streams again. So while you guys are having your sleep, and I will come back to you for more details later on, we're going to pan back over to the Strix estate. Hooray! Where I will say it's early morning. You guys are coming back to everything. It's honestly like really pleasant sleep. I'm gonna say one of the things that like pulls you guys back into wakefulness is just the sound of a large snake coming along, and then there's just like the little like knock of the door, not even say anything, but it's just like, this is how you wake guests when there's gonna be food available, those sorts of things, and just a happy little
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just remember owls eat snakes.
Yeah, they do.
They absolutely do.
Especially disabled snakes.
Fun fact for you. This type of snake that she is actually one that is genuinely found within nests of owls to keep the nursery safe from bugs. However, they are at risk of being eaten. Whee!
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Bird facts, the game.
Hell
Perfect,
yeah.
okay.
Yes, because she wakes up, blinks a moment, looks around. Ah, fuck. The temptation to just go back to bed. Or to just, stay there, go back to sleep. It's like, no, pushes herself up, gives herself a shake to just like, okay, I am up. I am awake. I still hate everything. That's a good sign. Let's go.
You had a pleasant sleep. You had a very pleasant sleep, and it's quite mellowing, but at the same time, you still hate everything.
Yeah, it's like, okay, still hate everything. That's a good sign. She'll step out, glance across to, like, she knows he's not there, but still just, like, glances over at the room anyway, almost as if, like, did I miss anything? Is he just magically back somehow and we're supposed to accept this? No, okay. Checks her eyes room, same reason. Nope, okay. Goes to check Aries' room. Hopefully he's still there.
He is. Ari,
Yay!
Ari, how you doing today?
Yeah. Does Speaker knock on the door?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's already a snack knock on the door, but unless he's already up and out, she'll knock on his door as well.
Yeah, and Speaker does hear a humming and a patting of feet across the floor before Ari opens the door for her, and he seems like he'd just woken up as well. He'd taken off his coat, so he's just in his vest and like long dress shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and his hat is sitting next to him on the table. But he kind of like brightens a bit when he sees Speaker, and he goes, "Ah, Speaker, come on in, come on in. Did you have a good sleep?"
Well, I guess so. How about you?
"I had a wonderful sleep."
And how are you doing overall, I guess?
And Eri kind of like smiles at Sika and goes, "I'm doing just fine, of course. Why wouldn't I? It's paradise here after all."
Yeah. Uh, can I ask you a weird question, if you wouldn't mind just sticking with me a moment? Uh,
Hmm? Yes, Sika?
uh, are you normally like this? I don't know you very well, so I don't really have a good basis for comparison here.
Eri kind of tilts his head and goes, "Normally like what?"
Oh, well, yesterday was just, a thing, and you seem to have, I guess, bounced back rather quickly and are and recovered from that at
Well,
quite a clip.
after thinking on it a bit, I suppose there was just no reason to overreact or stress myself out over it. After all, I'm sure that things will be handled by Lord Strix.
Yes. Um, huh.
Hey, Spika, do you
Harry.
want to roll a perception?
Yes, I do want to roll a perception. That's a
Hot
23.
damn! Hot damn. Okay, Spika, or you don't know Eri very well, but you've met him
No.
like out of this island, and you've talked to him on the ship and such. And well, as you're like looking at him, and you're probably looking really closely at Eri because something about this really, really bugs you.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that the color of his eyes is slightly different than what you remember them being. As
Speaker
far
just
as
gets this absolute flat look
You
on her face.
mother fuck.
Sika, you remember him having brown eyes, like dark brown, brownish gray eyes that look like black under certain lighting.
Mm-hmm. What color do they
What?
look like right now?
I have a picture.
Oh, yay.
Hmm. I will scopo this though, since this is scopo. Scopo. Right now, they look well. They're kind of slightly iridescent, purples and
Hey,
blues.
you mother.
Oh, I hate that. Like, I knew it, but I hate that.
Hee-hoo!
Speaker takes a long breath, lets it out slowly. This place is a paradise, isn't it?
Hmm? Yes.
Tell me, hmm. What is your home like? Where were you before here? like I said, we
Well,
didn't really know each other. You must have had a home before here, yes?
well, I suppose there was Inkwell.
Inkwell, yes, and put on performances for Lord Partridger. I'm guessing others. Was it just for them? Nobody else?
Harry kind of furrows his brow a bit, and he kind of like looks at Spica, and he kind of like tilts his head and goes, "Well, I was mostly at Inkwell too." And he kind of trails off again, pauses. I was doing some research.
Research. That sounds pretty important. It's, might I ask, just, simple curiosity as to what that might have been, who was helping you, if anybody.
I The professor was helping me. I don't believe you know him, however.
The professor. That's quite a name, isn't it?
Hmm. I suppose
Huh.
that I suppose that I should I suppose that I should make sure to bring my materials back here eventually.
Hmm. But tell me, well, Inkwell is certainly a place. So many
Certainly a
fascinating.
place, Mika.
Huh?
Certainly a place.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
That's how she described it.
look, he doesn't know. This is fine. So, surely you've been getting into some shenanigans, things like that.
Not
Any
that
other friends you found you managed? Actually, there was that one name you mentioned to get a rise out of Quinn last time. What was it? Uh, Leonardo, wasn't it?
and that does make Ari kind of like pause. And it's kind of make Ari pause. And there is like pause, like Ari like stares at you. And then he blinks and goes, "Yes, Leonardo, he's one of my sons." Right.
Oh, your sons, son plural.
Yes, and like kind of raises up to rub at his forehead as if he has a headache. I I don't get involved with much, could have, but yes, Leonardo and Ju- Jubilee.
Leonardo and Jubilee. Oh, oh,
I
did you let them know before you came here?
Yes, I left I left the ladies with Leonardo.
The the ladies?
Yes, my doves.
Doves! Two sons and doves. Oh, they must be waiting for your return, surely.
Yes, Mm. It seems like really difficult. Like you're looking at this, and Harry's like kind of like rubbing at his head a bit. It seems like really difficult for him to follow your words, but he is following.
Yeah. Speaker is fucking locking onto that, trust me.
Yes, I need to. I should probably. I need to talk to them. Again,
Yes, I'm sure they want to hear about your adventures, everything you've been through. I mean, your sons. They. Oh, I can't imagine what it's like for them to be waiting for you to come home.
yeah, that's good wording right there. Because Eri does happen to know, like, Leonardo has unfinished issues, shall we say?
Oh well, shit. That was more. Oh, that
Yes,
was good wording on her part. Me
yes,
not knowing. Well, fuck.
that's actually exact wording. Because Eri kind of does like tighten his grip on his cane a bit, and he goes, "Yes, I shouldn't. I probably should keep them updated."
I'm sure any word from you would be mostly appreciated to them.
I should. I should ask Lord Strix if there's any way of sending a letter, some kind.
Oh, there must be, surely. And if not, I mean, there's always conventional methods. And Strix did say magic was fine if we cast it. We even discussed it over last meal. I'm sure a simple loyal.
Eri kind of like sighs and goes, "I don't have magic, I'm afraid. I suppose I shall. Well, if worst comes to worst, I suppose I can get Lenora to deliver a letter.
Oh, I was going
If
to
she has
suggest a
time.
loyal paper airplane.
Do you have one of those?"
I just might.
Hmm. And he kind of nods at that and goes, "Yes, if there is no way to send a letter, I suppose that will suffice."
There we go. Now, I know, well, I mean, I'm not a parent myself, obviously, but I have met parents before. I know how much they wish to talk about their children. So now, come on, tell me, wait, come on, at the very least, where is the wallet? Where's the cascade of photos?
I actually don't think Eri brought that many with him right now. See, because you going into that they were going into dangerous territory, and there's a reason why he left behind his birds.
That's fair. She still asks us, like, tell me more about your sons.
Ah, I suppose I can tell, tell you a bit about them. So
Yes.
Leonardo has been practicing magic tricks lately, and I suppose they are Eri is going to start walking, like as he talks with Spica, like leaving the room and such.
Yeah, walk and talk, absolutely.
Amazing. As you guys like do head out, you are like walking and talking your way down to like, you know, the dining area where all the food is. It's do me a favor and just roll Persepi. It's a low DC just because this isn't like a nefarious or anything. Just I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious whether you're
That's
too
very fair.
in your conversation.
22.
Hot damn.
Is this no longer without disadvantage since they had a good
Yep,
evening?
you have had your long rest. You have had your EBDB sleepies.
Yay! 18!
18. Easy. Like, as I said, really easy DC on this one. As you guys are heading, you do actually see Ms. Brahmani, like, poking her head out from a door. And there is, like, this. You can see this look of, like, gentle concern that she'd had with just, like, they have not come out to breakfast yet. But watches you go past, and genuinely, there is just the most content, mellow expression on her face of just like she's watching two, by her standards, young'uns chatting and making their way to breakfast and enjoying their time here.
Mm-hmm.
She looks tired in the way of, you know, staff look tired because while people have been asleep, they've done stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she does just kind of give this very satisfied little hissing nod to herself and then close that door. And then she's promptly going to bed. You're going to bed, Sonny Jim. She's
Good, she
checked.
needs her eepy sleepies.
Yep.
Mhm.
She was concerned with the I have not heard the footfalls of our guests. I was told to prepare or told to get things prepared for less people. I hope everything is fine. Oh, they're fine. Oh, and they are so chill. Okay, it is all fine. Okay. Go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
so you guys do just like head on from there to Brekkie. Now, at this point, okay, I open this up to party as a whole. We can stay here briefly for interactions at breakfast. We could also alternatively go over to Rye and Quinn briefly. We do want to sync up, which I can understand. We may end up like, because we've been going for like 3 odd hours in game, maybe 4 hours. I can't remember what time it was before we broke off. Anyway, we might leave exploring the lighthouse till next time.
Mhm.
I'm all right with that.
Okay, but we can have like interactions before then. We can either have a cut over to Rye and Quinn. We could stay here for breakfast and then go over there. There is one final thing that I do want to note, but quite frankly, you guys have actually engineered a better way of it coming about. So it's like, I will say, while you guys are waiting, like Eri and Speaker, while you are waiting for, the Lord birds to deign to emerge from their own stuff they are doing, you can write that letter and send it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, like, Eri wouldn't like Eri doesn't like, how should I put this? Eri has an opinion on magic items, let's put it like that. So he'd prefer like to try and send a letter traditionally before going for a paper airplane that he didn't like get himself and didn't vet himself.
Mm-hmm.
Due to
Speaker
previous
will.
bad experiences with magic items.
Oh, bliss.
Mhm. That's fair, but Speaker will. I guess it does kind of lead into breakfast stuff because she does take out the paper for the said loyal paper airplane, and she'd be like, she'll offer to like write it for him and like even like start writing.
Roll
It just
persuasion.
okay. Where's your persuasion? There it is. 25.
Oh, yay! Yeah, like it does take a bit, but eventually, like she does convince Harry to at least like start drafting out like a letter to Leo and Jubilee. Out of character, I know Speaka doesn't notice because she doesn't know Ari that well, but like, yeah, Ari has been acting out of character this past 2 days. Not in
Mm-hmm.
really extreme ways, but let's just say that if he hadn't like been under influence, Harry would not have been able to nap after the whole debacle with Quinn, and he definitely would not have like considered leaving Eleanora and Pika together alone.
That's fair. Well, yeah, she's like helping you write it down and whatnot. It's like, no, it's fine. I have one of these to spare. Why not? Kind of deal, and just like
Mhm.
for her, like she doesn't say it aloud, but it's like very much just like, okay, if I do this with my own 2 hands, if nothing else, I can make sure it gets off, gets sent, something may happen in the interim, but if nothing else, I can at least make sure this side of it happens.
Yeah, so
So,
Ari does end up writing a letter to Leonardo. It's Leonardo and Jubilee. It's probably something short and sweet. He's having like a good time with portraiture. Their stay like at the island has been extended. It might take a bit before he comes back. He is actually considering moving here. Blah blah blah.
mm-hmm. And so like she puts that all down, double checks everything, might make just a few scratch marks on it, almost like she's just clearing off the tip of her pen kind of deal. Don't worry about it. And make sure to fold it up and everything. And it's like, well, Leonardo Layton, you said it was, yes?
Alright.
All right. And she goes to the window that's like purposefully overseeing like the harsh drop off and whatnot.
Yep.
And she very purposefully, like, just opens the window and just like launches it out.
Yay! Do me a favor and roll Arcana.
Arcana. Where's your Arcana? There's a, well, shit. That's a 13.
I'm just going to roll a d20 real quick. Cool. You throw it, Speaker, and it feels slightly weird. And it's just like a way that's hard to pin down, but it's like, oh, damn, my shot was actually kind of shit. Because it wobbles in the air and it kind of goes more with the breeze than usual. It's like, shit, did I fold it bad or... No, it's going. It's going. And the best way in your head of describing it is almost like it's drunk, or like it's a bird that's hit a window a few times in how it's looping more and wobbling more in the air. But it is going. Not as fast as they usually go. Just really, really slowly.
Yeah,
As
she definitely watches it intently.
it does eventually like curve out of your sight, like heading towards the left. And it does leave your sight, and you think for a second there might have been something at the end, but honestly, it's just like, please let it have worked. I did my best.
Yeah, part of her is just also very like, there's a good chance this didn't work, but damn.
Mm-hmm. And
As
okay, you go.
I was just gonna say, as she said, it's just like I can at least make sure it's clear on this end, and if nothing else, she can, not trust to send a mail the regular way, but she can send something the regular way as well. But just like in this sense, she's just like, oh, I'm not gonna hold my breath, but also fuck. And then, I guess it's just waiting for the other two to come for breakfast and have a conversation about stuff and things and just see whenever they show up.
I will say, it's like shortly after you're going, surely they're going to show up. Partridge comes through the door, like, in the happy, swoopy, flappy, dancey way that he is. Because, as far as he's concerned, life's amazing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Never change portraiture.
He's with his best friend. His guy is getting along with these people. Everyone seems to be doing decent from what he's seen. The detectives are off doing something. He's a little concerned. But for the most part, he's had hot cocoa, friendly dog time, lots of rounds of chess with his best friend, who's really actually seems to be turning a corner. And everything on this island, from what he's read, seems great.
Yep. And when Parker comes in, like Ari kind of like smiles at Parker and goes, "Oh, Parker, did you have a good sleep as well?"
Oh, Eri, my boy, I had the most wonderful time. Yes, honestly, I am having the most pleasant time. It is going incredibly well. I can see us making some real headway. I can see things opening back up for pillar forts back at our estate. Sorry.
Oh,
Any-
back at your estate, yes?
Oh, yes. I've already sent out a few messages to Swoos and to Ingwin. Honestly, I think we're going to be able to open things up so they can come here, and so that Strix can go to us. And quite frankly, I think this is going to be very successful.
I hate this.
Speaker's gonna
Ari-
look him in the eyes.
He is wearing sunglasses.
Of course he is.
Ari kind of like smiles and goes, "Yes, that would be pleasant. Honestly, this island is so pleasant. I can see it. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to move here altogether."
I am. Well, it could
Well, now,
be.
let's not say that exactly. I mean, Ari, what of your sons?
Yes, I did send them the letter.
A letter is one thing, yes, but you're not going to leave them, are you?
Of course not. But they can come visit, or they might want to move here as well.
Mm, you never know, though. And reacclimatizing birds, and oh, in this area, the salty air.
It
And
is not.
Partridger, are you really going to separate Engwin from his publishers?
Speaker, I would like you to roll insight.
Okay. Where's your insight? I keep rolling it and somehow keep losing it. 14.
Honestly,
Wow.
dude. I'm gonna level with you, Chief. Have you seen Party? This guy cannot hide stuff for shit.
I mean, that's true.
Unless it is a true social faux pas to the highest degree. No.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually paused. He straight up like coughed when Eri had said that in almost a whoa, hey, hold your horses, what?
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just like looking at Eri with just like a slight head tilt. Just I my dear boy, thought you had other matters on the mainland. You had other employment, certainly, and some sort of business.
Ah, yes, I was doing research on the mainland, but it's nothing that can't be moved here.
I
Wait,
see.
Partridger, you're acknowledging this? Wait a minute.
I mean, if it would make you happy, my boy, I am.
No. Wait. Hang on.
Mhm.
Partridger.
Yes, that is my name. Lord Deputy.
Yes, Lord Deepity, yes. A random question, if you'd be so kind to indulge me. If you had to decide, just right this very moment, where you would choose to live, would you say here or back home with everybody? Just as things are in this moment, unchanged.
I mean, well, one would admit it would be pleasant to stay with a very old, dear, rekindled friend. On the other wing, I do admit I am very fond of my multiple estates with Narcissa and Engwyn. So one would presume, as in the days of old, such as in our predecessors, one would spend half the year in each location. Although, mind, with Engwyn's book tours, it would probably lean his way. Oh, and Narcissa. She has to have multiple tours as well for her different parts, including. Oh, she has been doing some wonderful work recently. You should see her new routine. She has quail rotisserie.
Quail rotisserie.
Yes. And so
That
far,
does-
it hasn't gone downhill. She made them do a strange little dance. Honestly, you must come and see it. We're going to invite Strixie to come and see it. We will be inviting you all to it. But what were we talking about again?
Yes, no, I mean, while it is nice here, just also talking about the things that will happen after we all leave. And it's good to hear about the magic and everything too, because, well, it seems to be a bit of a, well, even though Strix did say that magic was fine here, it doesn't seem to be a well believed case. I mean, Eleonora said that magic wasn't to be used at all.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like what Strixie said. I'll talk to Strixie.
Oh
I
no,
will.
no, well, I mean, not to say you shouldn't talk with Strixie, of course. It's just, well, wanted to clarify things. I mean, there's already been a bit of a confusion. Don't we want to, at least all be on the similar page? Because I mean, when we first got here, as you were here, I mean, you were right there when Quinn tried to cast a certain spell, and that didn't exactly go well, and Eleanor wasn't happy about it, and then, well, he seemed
I
to
will
be like a
say,
teenager
as
who'd be
or,
told
like,
that you didn't.
I will say, as Pika like kind of talks, like once Pika like reaches a bit of a pause point, Eri just quietly goes, "Magic causes more trouble than it fixes. Quite honestly, I wouldn't be surprised nor opposed if Lord Strix had decided to forbid magic from this island."
And yet, Strix offered to help Quinn learn magic, did he not?
He, I suppose I should rephrase. He can be trusted with magic. Most people cannot.
Really? That's Partridge, wouldn't you say that's completely opposite as to what Ari has spoken of before?
Well, that's the thing. That's actually not
She doesn't know! She doesn't know!
normal views. Ari has a thing with magic.
Yeah,
Doesn't know!
I gotta admit, Partridge knows enough to be going, well, actually, he is still looking you with your earlier, like, decent role. What he is going to do is, like, he is silently watching you both. Speaker, it is so weird to see him this, like, looking between you both. There is something going on in his head in this moment. Surprising, I know.
He has the brain cell.
The brain cell has hit the corner of the screen like a DVD saver. And a lot has been made.
Indeed. And what he does do is just goes, right. Here's what I propose. I propose you both go out a little bit more. find a little bit more of this island. Maybe magic is in certain places and you'll see it a little more. Maybe there's out of context situation. I, 1 second, my dear boy. I will be talking with Earl Strix, and I will try and loop it was the male officer who's Eleonora. That was the one who came to pick us up. I will make sure to try and catch an aside with her, as these are interesting matters that I thank you for bringing to my attention. I think I'm going to have the rest of my honey-seeded toast upstairs.
Of course. I hope I haven't brought you any trouble. I know you were talking about having such a wonderful time. I hate to have caused you any undue stress if this is all just a
Oh,
misunderstanding, of course.
no, 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 no. And I reiterate, no, no, no. This is what I appreciate. It wouldn't be good to keep one's head in the clouds all the time. These sorts of talks, I do my due diligence. Excuse me.
Of course.
And he does just like scoop like the honey toast. He has a small platter of it that he's just like piled high, scooped into one wing, picks up his stuff, nods to you both, and then he's just making his way out at a stride.
Mm-hmm.
And Partridger like starts striding out, and Aries just kind of like, this is speaking of those. I was going to go talk to Lord Strix.
I mean, we can try, but you're. She just kind of like gives Ari a tired look. You know what?
He's-
Let's go. Well, I don't know if he's going to. I don't know where Strix is in all of this. I don't know if he's in the room and he's going to talk to Strix, or if Strix is about to come into the room and we can converse with him.
I suppose we could. I suppose we could knock.
Hmm. Well, we've eaten. Let's. Yes. Well, you know what? Let's have a bit of a wander.
All right. It's like if they leave the dining room, is Strix anywhere around? Like, meanwhile?
What you do here is, in fact, you even see it. Like, you've left the dining room, and as you come out, there is the opening of the doors, like, directly upstairs from you guys that lead to the office that Strix said, no entry, do not come in, this is my space for my business. You hear those double doors open, and the floor in front of you is bathed in these beautiful, like, turquoises and blues and lilacs and all those sorts of things, and bright yellows of a stained glass. And then you just hear, Strixie, let's have a chat. And the door just slams shut.
Harry kind of blinks at that and goes, well, we probably shouldn't interrupt them then.
Yeah, let's. I mean, you know. Yeah, you might just have to wait on that conversation, but.
Oh.
Hmm.
He kind
We
of
can
like
all.
he kind of like glances at Partridger, like talking to Strix, and I'm gonna roll a whiz save real quick to see.
Please do.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a whiz save real quick. His whiz is, yeah, his whiz is pretty decent. Oh, that's no, like for a moment, Pika could have sworn she saw like something other than idyllic like pleasantry on Aries' face. and saw his like gaze like flicker like to the entrance, but then it's like, but then the best way to put it is then it's like that thought is like suffocated out of him.
Yippee!
Yeah, she sees this. She looks at him and just like takes hold of his like upper arm, kind of thing. It's like, all right, come on, Grandpa, we're going.
He's
Time
like
for
in
the
his
stairs.
30s.
Grandfather, and
She's
what
aware.
This guy's like in his mid-30s.
She's making fun of him. She's making fun of him. She knows he's not that old. She's making fun of him.
I love it. 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 Yes. Beautiful.
I suppose we have to we ought to do what Parker asked us to do, and
Yep.
and Eri kind of like drew furrows, and with great difficulty he continues with do you think we might find Quinn and Rye?
Oh, we are going to find Quinn and Rye. We are going to find whatever it is we need to find. And oh, by the depths and stars above, we are going to have a good time.
And Eri kind of like smiles, like he doesn't hear the grit in Sika's voice, and he goes, "Yes, that does sound nice. I was worried about them. I'd like to see them again."
Yes, well, let's get a wiggle on, shall we? We've got people to find.
And I can just imagine Mika just bodily like dragging like Eri out of the house.
Oh yeah, she's like got his upper arm. She's just marching him out there like, all right, Sonny Jim, we're going. Look, here's the fucking stairs. God damn it, here we go. Can we jump cut to the bottom of these? No idea, but we're going.
No.
Didn't
All
think
right.
so.
I honestly think we're at a really healthy place to stop. If that's okay with everyone.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm also good to keep going if like anyone else wants to, but like I'm good with
Yeah.
either way.
I think we're
Yeah,
stopping.
same.
Yeah, I'm
I'm-
good to keep going, but also good to stop.
Okay.
You know.
I'm gonna say we're gonna pan outwards, and I'm gonna have Quinn and Rye make me a perception roll.
Oh no. That's a cliffhanger kind of roll.
Oh, and Rye rolled like shit.
I scared.
It'd be so funny if you both roll like shit. I'm not gonna lie, because you guys have kept on missing this one specific thing, but like 1 or 2 points, or just completely whiffing it every time I've given it.
I'm so sorry.
Damn it!
All right,
It's also
So-
hilarious. Is it
brilliant.
the birds? Because at least Mika pointed out the birds to Rye.
Yes. However, they are unfortunately in the woodlands.
Yeah.
I will say we spiral pan out from our 2 points. Our 2 detectives, AWOL on the lam, on their way to the lighthouse to try and find answers and hopefully converge with the others. We pan out on Eri being brought out of the estate by Speaker with that grit and determination in the face of his pleasant mellowness. And as we pan out between them, as we go higher and higher to tune in next time, to our audience, there is the sound of sharp flapping of small wings. And past our camera as we turn away, a shred of a buddy plane flickering past the view.
Shred of what now?
Buddy plane! Yippee!
What is
Yeah,
that?
they just
The
They
airplane.
Loyalty
destroyed the buddy
plane.
the airplane. Yeah, buddy plane.
They
Oh,
destroyed
God.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Or did they?
Part of it.
Tune in next time to find out.
I hope the airplane doesn't send, honestly, because if the airplane reaches Leonardo and Jubilee, those two are gonna be worried as fuck.
Oh, don't
Camille's
worry.
gonna lose
It'll-
it.
Yeah. Well, Spica also added a note on there too if they
Oh, she
decode
did?
it. So, oh yeah, that was her cleaning off the pen. She added an extra note.
Yippee! We'll be able to find out. I want you.
Zika's so lucky Eri is kind of like blitzed right now because actual Eri would have picked up on that shit so fast.
Oh, probably yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
she doesn't know that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna want from Blaze. I'm gonna want that note of what you would put. Like,
Yeah.
you guys figure out what that letter said and what that mini note said. We will pan that out for another day. It is time to stop our recordings. Goodbye, wonderful audience.
Bye, everybody.